Welcome to the Fantasy Audiobook. Online games. Super God level talent, 100 times the attributes. Chapter 61. The moment the mount disappeared from Anaya's crotch, everyone was stunned. Boom. Qin Fei's knife struck her shoulder first. Minus 22,039. For Anaya's millions of health points, this kind of damage is really not painful, but after losing her mount, she has no support in the air. Qin Fei slashed her body with a knife. Then, Anaya was stunned and had no time to withdraw her full blow, which hit her own demon army firmly. Boom! The violent explosion directly shattered everything in front of the war spear. Everything within a radius of tens of meters. All smashed. None of the demon warriors and captains survived. All of them were turned into powder by Anaya's blow. The astonishing energy shock wave pushed horizontally 100 meters away. Even if the surrounding demons survived, they would be cleared away directly by this shock wave. Hero. A fully awakened existence. The power of any of its moves cannot be understood by professionals before level 100. Fortunately, Anaya is a warrior. If the awakening mage's full power ultimate move is used, it can even completely wipe out an area of 1000 meters in radius. That way, it is uncertain whether the Azite defense line will collapse, but the demon army must have suffered heavy losses. The sudden change shocked the soldiers and players on the city wall to a halt. What the hell, then? Who is that? Flying Emperor. Hiss, he really dares to come. When Gao Cheng saw this, he couldn't help the excitement in his eyes, and immediately shouted, "Okay." Everyone is ready to respond. At this moment, Lin Shiqi's heart was beating wildly, and she subconsciously pressed her chest with her hands. That terrifying blow from the demon hero just now, if it had been a direct hit, would definitely have resulted in death. Idiot, I told you not to come. At the same time, Nan Binger's live broadcast room was full of shit. Isn't it? The most perverted and wall-hanging emperor among the gods, the Fatian Emperor is really here. Then who? Who asked Fatian Emperor to come just now? Here's your chance to chase stars. Wrong. Where's my spittoon? Come on, Fatian Emperor's full-screen attack has come out. I just want to ask if my spittoon is ready. Don't want to play. Other warriors have to pay to learn how to slash, but when it comes to you, you just push the full screen, right? GB. This is cheating. Everyone, please be careful and don't learn from it in the future. I do want to learn. Is it possible to learn? Paw. Qin Fei landed gracefully in the distance. Looking at the messy battlefield, he couldn't help but smile and applaud. Excellent, outstanding, worthy of being a demon hero. You, shameless. After Anaya reacted, she was so angry that her whole body was shaking, and blood almost came out of her eyes. Despicable guy, give me back the functo. Ha ha ha, are you dreaming? Qin Fei laughed. Does the demon race not only look ugly, but also have IQ problems? Asshole. Anaya was so angry that her teeth were chattering. The peerless beauty that has been envied by countless demons since she was a child is actually called ugly. Humanity, you are dead. Anaya suddenly clenched her fists, trying to contain the anger and blood that was about to burst out. The light of Thrax, Anaya Broken Spear, will definitely take off your head and make it into a wine vessel in this life. Depend on. Qin Fei chuckled softly. Who can't brag? I also said that I will wipe out all of you demons today. Boom. While talking, Qin Fei once again pushed out dozens of flying blades, followed by a dodger, and rushed into the demon army in the distance. You little thief. Die. Anaya was already crazy. She held a golden war spear in one hand and rushed out without thinking. Swish, swish. Qin Fei relied on his movement speed to shuttle around the demon army. Anaya made a super long distance jump slash, landing directly 10 meters behind Qin Fei. Broken serial sting. The crazy Anaya didn't care whether the distance was enough, let alone the demon warriors around Qin Fei. A spear shadow was stabbed directly at Qin Fei's back. Snapped. Qin Fei turned his back to Anaya and stretched out his hand to snap his fingers while strolling in the courtyard. The next second, 30 flying blades gathered into a stream behind Anaya, spinning rapidly past her. Puff puff. Anaya's whole body was instantly cut with dozens of wounds by flying blades. Minus 18,210. Minus 19,230. Minus 18,007. Minus 39,001. 30 times of full damage finally converged into one number. 752,000. Just a normal retracement of the flying blade skill caused nearly 1,000,000 damage to Anaya. Puff. Anaya's skills were interrupted, her body was injured, and she spurted out a mouthful of purple blood in the air. Not far away, Qin Fei caught the retreating flying blade with his backhand and pushed forward with force again. Boom. 30 flying blades swirled out in a fan shape. The demon warriors in front were killed by flying blades in the blink of an eye. Sneak. Qin Fei's speed suddenly surged, and he was barely able to catch up with the flying blade. When the flying blade reached its attack limit, Qin Fei had already surpassed the flying blade and rushed forward 100 meters away. The next second, all flying blades began to return freely. A group of demons who wanted to pursue Qin Fei were all cut off by the flying blades coming from behind. Hiss. The Fatian Emperor can be so terrifying. In the live broadcast room, countless spectators were frightened by this scene of crazy lawn mowing. Everyone became a repeater on the spot, and the horror that filled the screen flashed across the screen. Crazy. What kind of skill is this? If you tell me, I will be willing to die. Invincible. In front of the Fatian Emperor, the demons are just like food and pure abuse. Mom asked me why I had to kneel down to watch the live broadcast. Horrible. Why do I think that he alone can really wipe out all the demons? I don't want you to feel it, I want me to feel it. If the Fatian Emperor doesn't wipe out all the demons today, I will live broadcast the handstand and the 3-stop fan. Okay, you said it. I don't believe it anymore. His Fatian Emperor can really kill the demon hero. Did you see the health bar? If you do 1,000,000 damage, you can only hit a quarter. Do you think heroes are easy to kill? Hey, wait a minute. Who can tell me where Ananya's stunning mount just now went? This. Maybe she doesn't want to use it. Well, seeing that she can't catch up with Fatian Emperor, she really doesn't want to use it at all. Drop. The experience in your skill scroll is full. Good. This is what Qin Fei is waiting for. Now that the magic value has just bottomed out, people have already rushed to the city wall. Jump chop. With Qin Fei's current agility, the distance of a jumping, slashing and vertical leap is a full 100 meters away. Now he can easily lock the target on the city wall and jump to the top of the wall in the blink of an eye. Boom. Qin Firuo landed with a bang like a cannonball, and the flying blade behind him spun and landed on his palm. Nan Binger stared blankly at the man in front of her, her pupils widened to their maximum size, and even her breathing stopped. So handsome, so cool. At the same time, the live broadcast room also exploded. I messed with you. I have to say that when Fatian Emperor quit the showmanship world, I tried my best to dissuade him. Hey, now the appearance of Dragon Kingdom depends entirely on me and Fatian Emperor. Okay. Does even I have to stay away from the Fatian Emperor's appearance at his peak? Succubus. Qin Fei looked at Nan Binger who had red eyes in front of him and said with a slight doubt. Nan Binger's delicate body trembled. She lowered her head and said softly, I am the official anchor Nan Binger, can I add you as a friend? ? As soon as these words came out, the live broadcast room was filled with question marks. Anchor, what are you doing? Hey, please stop drooling. Done. Binger's eyes are so fizzy. The anchor is a love-struck guy, completely useless. Fatian Emperor, please be gentler to Binger in the future. My day. Which licking dog is upstairs? Do you want to be a minotaur? Fatian Emperor, I hate you for taking your wife away from me, I will never share the same fate with you. Oh, Qin Fei remembered. When the gods were promoting it before, there was indeed an anchor who was quite beautiful. It's just that the succubus in the game has such a strong temperament that it's completely unrecognizable. No problem. Qin Fei thought for a moment and agreed after all, he was the official anchor. The other side. Gao Cheng also stepped forward and said in the team channel, Fatian Emperor, do you still carry out the original plan now? What was the original plan? Battlefield equipment recovery plan. Gao Cheng quickly added. Of course, the equipment is still yours, we are just porters. Qin Fei turned around and glanced at the city. Anaya seemed to be treating her injuries, but her eyes never left her body for a moment. It seems that she will definitely not give up. At the same time, the mage army behind the demon clan is pressing forward. Among them, there are 3 demons who are obviously different from ordinary demons, and they are probably at the level of Legion commanders. This is completely different from the situation planned before. According to Qin Fei's idea, the Aztec defense line can hold out for at least a while. Fight back by yourself, then rush out with a group of people. For the huge battlefield and long defense line, it is just a small episode at best. It might attract the attention of the demons, but it is unlikely that the demon army will be able to deal with him with all his strength. It is even less likely to cause an encirclement and suppression by all the demon army commanders and commanders. It's hard. Qin Fei told the truth. There is a lot of equipment on the battlefield, but you have no life to take it. Gao Cheng had a face with Chinese characters and was extremely determined. I will take it even if I die. This is the order I received. Dongfang Baili also explained in the team channel. In 7 days, it is possible to get a Legion outfit, but you cannot get a full set, let alone a Demon Legion set. If you only need to die for 7 days, you can exchange for 1 pack. The Demon Legion set is still very cost-effective. If there was only one Anaya, Qin Fei didn't care. She didn't have the advantage of a flying riding pet, and she couldn't catch up with her even if she was exhausted. A real fight, with stealth and flying blades, you can definitely take the initiative. But now the problem is, Qin Fei didn't know anything about the strength of the other Legion commanders, what skills they had, or whether they had flying mounts. Another point, the gap between a hero and a master is very obvious. Anaya's explosive blow just now was probably enough to kill most of the commanders instantly. With that kind of terrifying attack power and range, it's probably only possible for someone like Nuk who can attack with invincibility. Qin Fei himself wouldn't say it was dangerous. As long as the speed advantage is still there, just be more careful with the opponent's skills. But Gao Cheng and the others can't. Even if they are all dead, they may not be able to rush to the battlefield. For Qin Fei, the difficulty of fighting out alone and escorting Gao Cheng and others out of the city to pick up equipment are not at the same level at all. The latter must confront the demon army head-on. It is even said that it is necessary to take a certain advantage and complete the clearance of a small area. Only in this way can we provide them with a certain amount of time and space to pick up equipment. Try it. Qin Fei took out a skill scroll full of experience. Use. Drop. Skill upgrade successful. Flying blade throwing, level 1, 0.50 powerful. Throws the phantom weapon in your hand at the target, causing 70% physical damage. The weapon illusion returns after reaching the farthest distance and can be activated again, gaining an additional 30% increase in attack speed and damage. Up to 60 weapon illusions can exist at the same time. The flight speed and distance of the weapon phantom are related to its own agility. Cost: 30 mana. Cooling: none. Hiss. Qin Fei felt a little numb after reading the skill introduction. Damage increased. The number of flying blades has also doubled. The overall improvement can be said to be extremely huge. But, no change in mana cost. Wrong. Consumption is higher. Now there are 60 flying blades stacked up, which means that a full attack will consume 1800 magic points. What's going on? Even a Siat can't bear this consumption. Could it be that, except for demons with racial talents, this skill cannot be used by anyone else? You guys wait a moment. After Qin Fei finished speaking, he ducked down the tower. Everyone looked at it in a daze. What's going on? Fatian Emperor doesn't want to fight anymore. How about you catch up and ask? Roll. If I can catch up, do I still need to ask you? Qin Fei randomly found a deserted place and took out a Siat's diary. Just one question. Qin Fei immediately said, how can the human race support the consumption of more than 3,000 magic points per second? In addition to potions, the minimum requirement is more than 1,000 points. A Siat paused slightly for a second. The mage's dark skill draws magic power, the thief steals life and magic power, legendary and above equipment, the hit recovery effect carried by gems, and some special talents above the rare level. Can the thief's skill be learned in one turn? No, at least the second turn. Okay, thank you. Qin Fei closed the diary with a snap. Nah, what is professionalism? This is called professionalism. He is indeed Apahia's top tool man. There are methods. But it's still not possible. Mage skills obviously can't be learned, and equipment and gems above legendary level are useless, let alone talents. The best hope is to steal it from a second-level thief. Level 30. In fact, the difference is not much, and it is relatively reliable. But Qin Fei just forgot to ask if there was a mission for Shadow of Innocence's second turn. Let's ask him again when the time comes, so as not to waste his life for the time being. Steal magic. This seems to be an idea. Qin Fei's eyes flashed and he turned his attention to the gloves. The Heart of Lady Luck. Bone Demon. And the flying mount I just got. Snoland Griffin Fincto. Level. Epic. Requirements. Level 10. You can fight and fly while riding. Skill. Eagle Eye Scan. It can detect targets within the range, break stealth, break the fog of war within a certain range, and share part of the field of vision with the owner. It lasts for 30 seconds and has a cooldown of 300 seconds. Beast King's Roar. Increases the owner's attack power by 20%, and has a 10% chance of stunning the target, reducing the target's defense and attack power by 10%, lasting 10 seconds, with a 300-second cooldown. Fast Flight. An additional 100% movement speed is increased while flying, lasting 60 seconds, and cooling down for 120 seconds. Expansion Backpack. Can carry 6 backpacks. Movement speed. 100%. Maximum number of riders. 2. Yes, if the panel can be displayed, it should be usable directly. Qin Fei's eyes scanned the skills one by one. That's a bit awesome. Detection can break through stealth and fog of war, 20% damage bonus and weakening, far exceeding the speed and flight of rare mounts, and finally, you can actually carry 6 backpacks. Ha ha ha. Qin Fei couldn't help laughing in his heart. The little hands of Goddess of Luck must be even redder. This kind of top quality, take it away as soon as you say it. Comfortable. Qin Fei directly summoned the snowy griffin beast. Fincto. Chirp. The snowy griffin raised its head and screamed. It was not dissatisfied with the change of owner. On the contrary, it was even more excited to come out of the glove. Don't move, let me see what Anaya has brought. Qin Fei held down the snowy griffin and then opened the backpack hanging on its side. Stingy. While Qin Fei was taking out things, he didn't forget to complain. Functor can obviously carry 6 backpacks, why do you only let it carry 1? How? Are you afraid that it will get tired? Soon. Qin Fei took out all the contents of the backpack. Blood Demon Stone X12. Increases the life recovery effect by 200%, lasting 180 seconds. The demon's HP is too high. Isn't it difficult to replenish it with rare medicines? Qin Fei thought to himself. Magic stones are a good method. If you use magic stones to improve your already extremely high natural recovery, you can probably recover tens of thousands of blood per second. Valiant Legion set, level 3, x2. It's the same as the 3rd level rare set exploded by the Demon Tribe commander before. In terms of attributes, it's a pure power critical strike set. It doesn't come with any jewelry. Let's leave it for now. The gems can be used. Warlike Courage. Grade. Rare. When there are more than 5 enemies around, attack power increases by 20%. When the number of surrounding enemies exceeds 10, the skill cooldown is reduced by 20%. When the number of surrounding enemies exceeds 20, you will gain a fearless state when you enter low health for the first time. Fearless. Not affected by injuries, immediately recovers 25% of health, increases attack and movement speed by 20%, lasts for 5 seconds. Hey, good stuff. After Qin Fei read the properties of the gems, he immediately replaced his extremely sharp gems. Joke. The last attribute is almost an extra life. The premise is that you are not under siege and can only take effect if you are instantly killed by the enemy. Qin Fei's biggest worry now is to be killed by Legion level magic. With this gem, it's really easy to play casually. At last, there was only one letter in Anaya's bag. Calavi will be injured before the war, Phoenix is no longer a threat, and what you asked for has been done. When we get to St. Carl's, I hope you can keep your promise. There is no beginning, no ending. There are only 2 sentences, which should be a secret message. Finis, it should be Orana. Qin Fei picked his toes and guessed that Karawi was most likely the commander of the Aztar army. It seems, the person who wrote this letter directly sold the entire Azite defense line to the demons. Who has such power in the Empire? Such a huge imperial defense line can be sold at any time. Holy see, what's the purpose? Qin Fei couldn't think clearly for the moment, so he kept the letter. Drop. You triggered the hidden mission, Empire of Sorrow. Objective. Investigate the culprit who betrayed the Empire's Azite defense line. Reward. Unknown. Qin Fei was not surprised at all. You don't need to trigger the task to know that this is definitely a hidden task line. If you find Orana, you can probably get the same mission. Tisk. Still have to find her. Qin Fei thought for a while. The key figures in the Holy See will not see him at all. And I don't know any of the characters in the Empire. The Phoenix family, the only ones whose names are known, would probably be out of luck if they went there empty-handed. So, without Orana, a key figure, the entire mission would not be able to proceed at all. Wait for Qin Fei to return to the city wall. The 4 demon clan commanders were arrayed in front. Their arrival, it became the last straw that broke the defense. The demon army stretching for several kilometers has completely captured the 3rd line of defense. The original Imperial defenders gave up their last line of defense and fled to the rear. Now, thousands of Imperial soldiers were surrounding the city wall, knocking on the door frantically. Open the door and let us in. I don't want to die. The Empire betrayed us in this battle. Are you going to watch your brother die in vain? Asshole, let me in. Now, even a blind man can see that the legions stationed at the defense line are waiting to die. As the leader of the Azite Legion, Aaron's face was full of pain and entanglement. Open the door. It is equivalent to abandoning the pass. Returning to the Empire is a dead end. Don't open the door. To watch the brothers who once fought side by side die tragically. Even said, neither choice can bring him and the Legion any hope of survival. No matter what you choose, you will die. You. Aaron, who was about to collapse, seemed to be a drowning man grabbing the life-saving straw when he saw Qin Fei. Master, will there be support from the Empire? No, Qin Fei affirmed. When Aaron and the surrounding Imperial soldiers heard this, they were like deflated balls and almost collapsed. No, without support, what's the point of our defense? Commander, let's abandon the city. Now withdraw to St. Carl's. If we can get help from the Holy See, I think we can definitely defend St. Carl's. The surrounding soldiers persuaded him one after another. At this moment, Aaron still didn't dare to make such a decision, and his weak eyes couldn't help but cast towards Qin Fei. Master, you have seen the situation here. How you choose depends entirely on your words. The soldiers are raging. Make a nest of bears. A snake cannot move without a head, a bird cannot fly without wings. The Imperial Legion has no commander and no heroes capable of fighting against the demons. Once it falls into a disadvantage, it will collapse like an avalanche. Qin Fei is still thinking. As a soldier, Gao Cheng obviously couldn't sit still after seeing this scene. Where is your Legion commander? Why don't you come? Aaron hesitated for a moment, and finally said, the commander of the Karawi army was assassinated by an assassin last night. He was seriously injured and fell into a coma. He has not woken up yet. Assassin. Qin Fei raised his eyebrows. The other party does have a team of assassins. The secret message just now was probably delivered to Anaya just today. This way, the traitor, or assassin, who delivered the message may still remain at the scene. After hearing this, Gao Cheng felt that it was even more outrageous. Even if the Legion commander is injured, doesn't the Legion have another commander? Now, I'm the only one left. Aaron's eyes revealed a trace of resentment, and he gritted his teeth and said, it's all the fault of the traitor in the Phoenix family. If she hadn't defected before the war, we wouldn't have needed so many commanders to hunt her down. If she hadn't taken away a large number of the commanders of the garrison, how could the defense line have been captured by the demons so quickly? It was she who betrayed us. It was she who betrayed the Empire. Gao Cheng was silent on the spot. He could imagine that the Imperial defense line would be in such a situation of internal and external troubles. You deserve to lose. With such a serious problem internally, it would be really if we don't lose. Qin Fei had no intention of helping Olawana clear her name. Certainly, he would not be blamed for abandoning the city for no reason. Your life is yours. Whether you want to fight or flee is up to you. Qin Fei said lightly, I have only one request. Give me all the best magic potions in the Legion. Magic potion. Aaron was stunned for a moment. Master, you want magic potion now? Do you mean, you still want to stay and fight? What does your loss have to do with me? I didn't lose. Qin Fei waved his backhand. The snowy griffin was summoned on the spot. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Everyone present could not help but be stunned when they saw this snow-white lion-eagle beast. Lin Shiqi and Nan Binger could not hide the love in their eyes. Studio. The barrage exploded again. Unfair. Where did Fatian Emperor get this thing? Can you get me one? Please. I have never flown before in my life, I want to challenge my weakness. Good. Aaron was silent for a moment, and finally made up his mind. For the Empire, for the glory of the Aztec Legion. I am willing to live and die with Aztec. Master, please wait a moment, I will go get supplies immediately. By the way, bring me more backpacks. Qin Fei added. The other side. Gao Cheng took out the prepared supplies. Fatian Emperor, I came in a hurry this time and only bought more than 300 bottles of magic potions in the city. Let it go first. Qin Fei has no means to increase battery life for the time being, he can only rely on potions, so. You don't have to follow me out of the city. You can retreat now. Ah, Gao Cheng looked surprised. Then, how are you going to take away so much equipment when you are alone? Qin Fei patted the griffin beside him. It's easier for me to be alone. Over there, are the people from Bailey Company here. Just come with me. Well, it's just you. Lin Shiqi looked at Qin Fei blankly. Me. But. Don't waste time, come here. Qin Fei's face darkened, and he stretched out his hand to drag Lin Shiqi to the griffin. When Nan Binger saw this, she immediately blushed and pursed her lips. If Fatian Emperor wants to leave the city, can you take me with you? I am just a responsible war reporter, I don't need to form a team, of course, death doesn't matter. No seats. Qin Fei refused without thinking. It's okay. I have wings, so you can follow me. After Nan Binger finished speaking with a red face, the live broadcast room showed signs of collapse on the spot. Anchor, are you blushing like a bubble teapot? Lick the dog. I finally saw what it means to lick a dog. Once upon a time, I thought I was the only clown, but I didn't expect you, host, to be a clown even more than me. Wake up, Binger. Lick the dog, lick until there is nothing left. Give up. The Fatian Emperor would rather choose an ordinary little girl than a succubus like you. Etc. You call that ordinary? What the hell? Her looks are almost perfect, especially her pure temperament. I dare to bet you with my life that she is 100% a school beauty in reality. Look, take a screenshot for me to see. Even if she doesn't have the racial bonus, when she's in the same frame as Binger's succubus, she's still the same. What is this concept? If we put it in reality, for a school beauty like her, you wouldn't even have a chance to lick a dog's tongue off. Hiss. I see. The Fatian Emperor is the only school beauty. Fatian Emperor is confused. No matter how good the school beauty is, how can she be as good as a succubus? In actual combat, the succubus's violent attack speed bonus is comparable to that of the school beauty. Cut. If the school beauty chooses to wear gymnastics clothes plus white stockings, how will you respond? Quote. I'm an adult and I want them all. Okay, good, the angel is up, the devil is down. At the same time, Aaron's supplies and backpack were also brought over. Master, there are a few mana stones left here. Use them in conjunction with potions to achieve better results. As for the rare instant recovery potions, there were originally a lot of them in stock, but they were all stolen by the Phoenix traders. Magic Potion of Awakening X30. Grade. Rare. Effect. Immediately restore 1500 magic points, cooldown for 30 seconds. Mana Stone X7. Increases the magic recovery effect by 200% for 180 seconds. Good. Qin Fei has been using potions since he returned to the city wall, but he still hasn't fully recovered. The recovery amount of ordinary magic potion is too pitiful. To put it harshly, it's not even as high as Qin Fei's natural recovery. Drop. You used Mana Magic Stone. The recovery effect of basic medicines is increased by 200%. The natural recovery effect is also increased by 200%. Do the math. Qin Fei is currently able to recover more than 500 points of magic value per second. Although compared with the consumption of flying blades, there is still a big gap. But with the support of magic stones, as long as one bottle of instant recovery is replenished, 4,500 magic points can be restored immediately. Enough. Qin Fei put the potion in his pocket, tied up all the empty backpacks, turned over and climbed onto the griffin. Call. Functo had a telepathic connection with his master, so he flew into the sky with a flutter of his wings. Under the city. When Anaya saw the other party riding on her beloved eagle, she was so angry that she burst into tears. Little thief, if you have the ability, come down and fight with me. I can guarantee that it will be absolutely fair. Beside her, the leader of the Hot-Blooded Legion, Bentley Howell. Leader of the Blade Legion, Ricky Assault Sword. The leader of the Bloodthirsty Army, Vimuni Frostblade. Spoke at the same time. We swear an oath in the name of Thrax. We will never interfere in the battle between you and Anaya, and we will not launch an attack on Azit during the duel. Duel. Puff. Ha 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 ha. Qin Fei leaned on the griffin, making everyone laugh. Don't you have flying mounts? If you don't have any, just tell me and I'll lend you one. Question mark question mark question mark. Anaya's teeth were almost broken. Little thief. If you don't have the courage to duel, then watch the Imperial defense line be crushed by us. Hee hee. Qin Fei sneered twice. Who told you that I am from the Empire? Use your brain. You have been in contact with the Imperial traitor for so long, didn't he tell you that someone would come and intervene? As soon as these words came out, the 4 Legion commanders frowned at the same time. It stands to reason. There shouldn't be any surprises in today's battle. How could a master assassin of the Empire remain unknown? How is it possible that he came to the battlefield quietly without the knowledge of the Empire or them? The defense line is right there. If you want to destroy it, just hurry up. Don't expect me to care. Qin Fei spoke. Driving Functo, activate flight acceleration and rush towards the back of the demon clan. At this moment, Nan Binger actually waved her devil wings and followed behind. As a war correspondent, she is indeed competent. But the players in the live broadcast room didn't think so. The anchor is such a dog. Obviously I can fly, but just now I hung it on the city wall without opening the door, leaving us looking at the mosaic for a long time. Now when the Fatian Emperor comes, he clearly said that he would not take her with him, but she insists on following her out. This love brain is hopeless. It's still drooling after being cured. Lin Shichi leaned in Qin Fei's arms and finally found a chance to speak. Fatian Emperor, I am a summoner, I can't help you much. Do you have any hands? I guess there is, right. That's enough. After Qin Fei finished speaking, he looked at the mage group behind the demon clan. What is he going to do? Bentley, the leader of the hot-blooded army, looked at Qin Fei out of sight in confusion. Escape. As a master, you don't even care about glory and reputation. The leader of the Bloodthirsty Legion, Wei Money, followed the direction Qin Fei left and looked from a distance. That's... Ding. Vimuni's pupils trembled and he roared. Mean. He wants to sneak attack the mage group in the rear. Question mark question mark question mark. Sneak attack. What happens when a master assassin invades one's own mage group? After several legions looked at each other in confusion, they all showed frightened expressions. Is he crazy? The whole army. Bentley, the furious leader of the hot-blooded army, was about to say that the entire army should turn around, but was interrupted by Vimuni. What's the point of mobilizing the legion to return now? Then what do you think we should do? Bentley roared angrily while looking sideways at Anaya. The one he rides on his crotch is a snowy griffin, which is much faster than other flying mounts. Even if he chases him now, he can't catch up. Anaya's eyes were filled with fire. I will definitely kill him, definitely. Vimuni was silent for a moment and said bluntly, inform the mage group to use all range skills to kill, regardless of the cost. Bentley was stunned. Do you know what it means for the mage group to use full range skills after the assassin gets close? Vimuni looked cold. Regardless of victory or defeat, the mage group may be completely destroyed. Hiss. Several legion commanders took a breath at the same time. Demon clan. Although there are 2 talents. But the number of people with combat talents far exceeds the number of mage talents. As for the kind of dual talent fusion, it is even rarer. So, for them, the mage group is still an absolute weapon of war. If they can ignore the loss of the mages, then why do they need the help of imperial traitors to start the war? If the mage group is destroyed, it will be difficult for us to capture cars. Not to mention the failure of the established war mission, even the defense after the capture of Azite will encounter difficulties. Several Legion commanders did not dare to bear such a high price. The demons only talk about their merits and demerits. It's the fault of losing the entire mage group, and even if you don't die, you will still have to shed your skin. Vimuni remained calm. Now that the mage group is lost, at least he can replace an assassin master from the Empire. Otherwise, the mage group will be given to him in vain. Hiss. Several Legion commanders had no better ideas. Order it. If we chase him now, we will never give him any chance to escape. In the sky, the snowy griffin flutters its wings and hovers. Qin Fei's eyes fell on the mage group not far away. Rays of magical brilliance are rapidly condensing. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue and purple. Various magical elements render the ground into a colorful picture. Do you want to go down? Lin Shichi said nervously and worriedly. The magic elements in the mage group have gathered to a quite terrifying level. Legion level magic. A large number of mages gathered together and turned on magic guidance at the same time, thereby increasing the damage and range of magic. The guidance of this kind of magic takes too long and requires too many mages. Generally it is only used during sieges or wars. Although it has an instant kill effect against a single target, the opponent can also run away, so the effect is not very good. Moreover, the mage group, which can be called a foundation, is only activated to kill a single target. Its input and output are also completely disproportionate. Haha, do you really want to lose both sides? Qin Fei chuckled lightly. Before coming, he had guessed the methods the other party might use. At this moment, he jumped down from the griffin without hesitation. Ouch, woo! Fincto raised his head and roared like a beast king. Attack power bonus by 20%. Deterrence. The number of mages issued is at least over 1,000. Under Fincto's intimidation, the skills of hundreds of mages were immediately affected. Qin Firen was in midair with all his skills activated. Sneak. Violent. Fight with zeal. Behind, Anaya and other Legion commanders rode ordinary griffins in pursuit. Seeing this scene from a distance, they immediately said, "It's time." Vimuni snorted. "No. Why? This person is too cunning. He is driving stealth and cannot determine his location. If he did not attack the mage group, wouldn't he be wrong?" Vimuni explained. So, before confirming his location, it is absolutely impossible to confirm his location. It cannot be activated at will. Ah ha ha ha, a mage's brain is better, Bentley replied with a laugh. This time, he is dead. Snort. However, Anaya was inevitably a little unhappy. Letting the entire mage group be buried with him is really an advantage for him. Why don't you take action yet? Qin Fei was a little surprised. It seems, not all demons are simple-minded. But, if you don't have a flying mount that can match Finctor's speed, then no matter how strong you are, you won't be able to influence the outcome of the battle. The next second, Qin Fei landed quietly, but he was not facing the mage group, but in the completely opposite direction. Flying blade throw. Whoosh. Within a second, dozens of flying blades fanned out to the left. The next second, dozens more flying blades flew to the right. Question mark question mark question mark. Vimuni, who was in the distance, had been concentrating all the time and immediately discovered Qin Fei's attack. However, the opponent's exposed position was not in the mage group, and it was even thousands of meters away from the Legion. No matter what, you will die if you are exposed. Boom. Fireballs approaching the sun rose into the sky from the mage group. Before these giant fireballs could fly dozens of meters into the air, they turned back down in the blink of an eye. Scope. Directly covering hundreds of meters around Qin Fei's position. Whoosh. After the stack of flying blades was full, Qin Fei immediately started moving and sprinted towards the side of the mage group. Run. Vimuni sneered. Can you escape the range of Legion-level magic? If you still have some courage and sneak into the mage group directly, you might be able to get some more to accompany you. Now, you will die worthless. While talking, countless giant fireballs burst into the air, sending out layers of heat waves and a destructive sense of oppression, chasing Qin Fei directly. Jump slash. Qin Fei jumped up and chose to join the mage group at this moment. The ultimate speed in all conditions. 100 meters per second. The gap between the mage group's attack and the fireball landing was far more than 3 seconds. The shortcomings of Legion-level magic are so obvious. Slow. Even if we guide and condense magic power in advance, it's still slow. Qin Fei's last jump slash, with the support of 10,000 points of agility, leapt a distance of about 200 meters. View from the air, Qin Fei was like a stream of light, quickly rushing to the edge of the attack range, and then making a diagonal slash, he simply reached the back of the mage group. What? Vimuni's pupils dilated instantly, and his whole body trembled as if he had been struck by lightning. What level of speed is this? Even if you are a master assassin, you can't have such an outrageous speed, right? Assassin. The agility is definitely high and the speed is also fast. But if an assassin wants to kill someone, he must attack. No matter what, the agility and speed of a master assassin should not be exaggerated by the Qin Fei in front of him. Especially, it is even more impossible when Vimuni and others know that he has super high attack. Boom. The moment Qin Fei entered the mage group, the fireball fell to the ground and the explosion was deafening. Hundreds of demon mages within the impact point were blown to ashes on the spot. Too close. The mage group knew before the attack that they would kill one of their own by mistake. But they must carry out the orders. This is the iron law of the demon clan. Boom. The shock wave erupted immediately afterwards, and a large number of demon mages launched barriers to block it. While defending against the shock wave, he also defended against Qin Fei who was approaching him. Swish swish. A series of blue light circles actually shuttled in the shock wave. Look carefully. The speed of those apertures seemed to be 3 times faster than the shock wave. Flying blade. 60 whirling light blades returned to Qin Fei like lightning. Puff puff. The flying blade uses extreme speed, mixed with the power of the shock wave, to cut through all obstacles in its path like mowing grass. Just a blink, all the flying blades returned, and hundreds of demon mages were also declared dead with the return of the flying blades. Boom. Qin Fei pushed horizontally with both palms. 60 flying blades immediately attacked in a circular motion in all directions. In the sky, Lin Shiqi looked down. A round of fireballs and a round of flying blades. After 2 rounds of killing, Qin Fei's position happened to be the center point of the surviving mage group. In a blink, a giant orchid with a diameter of more than 200 meters, wrapped in bursts of blue-purple blood, blooms beautifully on the earth. Drop. Your team killed the demon mage. You have gained 630 experience points. Battlefield experience increases. You gain an additional 630 experience points. Drop. You have upgraded. You have upgraded. You have upgraded. The prompts in Lin Shiqi's ears were so loud that she couldn't hear them clearly. She clicked on the panel to check. Level 10, 18. Crazy. When she was still worried about whether Qin Fei was okay, Qin Fei used a large-scale harvesting move to send her to the 8th level on the spot. Oh my god. That skill just now. How many demons did you kill? Qin Fei himself didn't know how many he killed. Anyway, he just happened to save a skill scroll full of experience. Jump slash, upgrade, drop, skill upgrade successful. Jumping slash level 1, 0.002 medium. Jump to the target in front and perform an attack on the target, causing 130% physical damage. The higher the agility, the faster the jump and the farther the distance. Cost, 25 mana. Cooldown, 8 seconds. Strength training, upgrade. Drop. Skill upgrade successful. Strength training level 1, 0.002 passive medium. Increase base strength by 50 points. The cooldown has been reduced by 2 seconds, okay. Qin Fei's jumping chop is so good that he must upgrade it. It's just that the experience upgrade can only be broken through once and cannot be used again, otherwise it will really have to be upgraded to a powerful one in one go. And the consumption of low-level skills is not much. A scroll has been used twice and still has 800,000 experience points. Fighting Enthusiasm, upgrade, drop, skill upgrade successful. Fighting Enthusiasm, level 18, 522 8,000ths advanced. Consumes 10% of health to stimulate Fighting Enthusiasm, up to 3 levels. Each level of Fighting Fervor increases strength by 18%, constitution by 18%, agility by 18%, and life recovery efficiency by 18%. Each level of Combat Zeal lasts for 18 seconds. When the health value is lower than 30%, it will not be seriously injured. Good. 8% more on the first floor, 24% more on the third floor, just a few thousand attributes. Qin Fei's attributes are now high, and the benefits from upgrading his skills are simply amazing. Simply click on a blood magic stone and combine it with the potion to quickly restore life. At the same time, the figure moved rapidly around the edge of the mage group. Movement speed and attack speed will be increased again under the premise of skill upgrade. Dozens of flying blades harvest outward in a circular shape. Just 2 breaths. The demonic mage group. Total destruction. It's over. When Vimuni saw the flower of blood blooming in the mage group, he trembled and uttered 2 words, "It's all over." Asshole. Anaya roared angrily. Let me go over and kill him. Kill. Vimuni turned around helplessly and in surprise. But he won't fight with you at all. What's the meaning? The other 2 Legion commanders haven't understood the key yet. His speed is too fast, plus he has the best flying mount in the game. As long as he doesn't want to fight, you can't fight him. In addition to being helpless, Vimuni is still helpless. Go back to the garrison. His next goal must be to destroy the Legion. What? Destroy my army? Bentley, Ricky, and Anaya's pupils were filled with shock. He dares. Outside the battlefield, Shengguan Yao looked at the snowy griffin flying in the sky. Her beautiful eyes couldn't stop flashing. Sister Li, that mount belongs to my brother, right? Can I sit on it and try it out later? Dongfang Bailey said something casually. Now, her mind was completely confused. It is really possible that Fatian Emperor knows Lin Shichi. That is to say, Fatian Emperor is the young man she met that day. Although it is not 100% certain, it is at least 90% possible. The issue is, things that cannot be determined are meaningless. Think about it the other way around. Even if it is finally confirmed. So what? As long as Fatian Emperor doesn't want to say it. It would be impossible for her to reveal Fatian Emperor's identity to the outside world, even to the military and her father. Think of this. On the contrary, her mood became much more stable. Studio. All the audience were dumbfounded. What the hell? One move, just one move, such a large mage group, gone. Warriors full screen in seconds. No, that move he just made was about to hit the screen off the screen. What concept? I would rather believe that a sow can climb a tree than believe that this is true. Fatian Emperor, you are 50, can you let me go out there and have a good time? HMPH, I hope you'll be wiser and don't make me kneel down to beg you. Gone. Who can tell me what kind of skill this is? Same request. Let's have an understanding emperor. If I could learn this skill, I would rather my brother be single all his life and never find a girlfriend. Jealous. My teeth are all broken. You can even bleed with your fists. The child is going to cry. I am willing to sacrifice the anchor to understand this skill. Where's the anchor? Use your succubus instincts and go do a special investigation, please. Anchor, don't just be in a daze. Say the words, say the words. Nan Binger witnessed the entire battle from the best angle. She was so excited that beads of sweat covered her whole body, and she finally regained consciousness. In less than a minute, completely wipe out the demon mage group. And, in front of the 4 commanders of the demon clan. Woo, Fatian Emperor is so handsome. 3 sentences, and tens of millions of viewers in the live broadcast room were silenced. Anchor, please take it easy. It's just a game, I thought you were hiding it under the table. Snapped. Everyone's live broadcast screen went black. Follow closely. A line of words appeared on the screen. The live broadcast content of this anchor is suspected of violating regulations and is being rectified. Quote question mark quote. Is this illegal? 666. I feel comfortable. It's unreasonable. She is just a succubus, what's wrong with her? I'm sorry, open the door for me. I've been watching this anchor for a year. Is it still unclear to me whether she's been sidelined or not? It turns out to be a sideline anchor, please pay attention decisively. In the battlefield, Qin Fei dispelled Xiao Hei's possession and let him go out to pick up silver coins, while he packed up his equipment. Fei, it seems they don't plan to come over. Lin Shichi could see more clearly from the sky. Several demon army commanders were already halfway there, but suddenly turned around and went back. Qin Fei looked up and saw that it was indeed the case. Are they planning to go back to attack the city? That's fine, then come down. Okay. As soon as Lin Shiqi finished speaking, she looked at the griffin and felt a little muggle-like. This. How do I control the mount? Ah. The snowy griffin sensed Qin Fei's call, lowered its head and dived quickly, frightening Lin Shiqi and screaming repeatedly. That feeling is 100 times more exciting than a roller coaster. After Lin Shiqi landed, her face turned pale with fright. Next time, can you tell Master Ying to slow down? Ha ha ha. Qin Fei smiled and nodded. Okay, I will take you with me next time, but for now, let's work first. There are too many pieces of equipment falling on the ground. The explosion rate on the battlefield is obviously higher than before when killing monsters. More than 1,000 mages. Even if Qin Fei only killed 70%, there would be at least thousands of pieces of equipment exploded. If a backpack contains equipment, it will only hold 20 or 30 items until it is full. 6 backpacks won't work either. It can't fit at all. Let's choose jewelry, skills, gems, weapons first, and wait for the rest. The other side. Nan Binger finally adjusted her condition and resumed live broadcast. The first second of broadcast. What greets the audience is the glowing equipment all over the place. What the hell? This. How many explosions did this have? Fatian Emperor, I was wrong. Give me a gift. Don't be too nice. I think the blue gem on the ground is pretty good. Wait, there are skills. Hiss. Boss Fei, please give me this skill, thank you, I want it no matter how much it costs. Wow, that necklace is so beautiful, can you give it to me? I'm willing to give it to you. Go, line up later. That's right, we, the most popular succubus anchor on the internet, are still waiting in line eagerly. You still want to jump in line? What kind of physique do you have? Walk. Qin Fei briefly cleaned the battlefield and then took Lin Shiqi and returned in the griffin. The speed of this flight was obviously much slower than when we arrived. It turns out that it makes sense for Anaya to only bring a backpack. Carrying weight really affects the speed of the mount. This time, when Qin Fei passed by the demon army, the eyes of Vimuni and others all resembled Anaya's, almost ready to be eaten alive by him. Kill, army attack. Vimuni, Anaya, Bentley, and Ricky all shouted in unison. The only way to win is Azte. This fight gives them a chance to survive. Otherwise, the loss of the mage group was such a heavy price, and the consequences of not taking down the almost defenseless Imperial defense line were definitely not something they could bear. On the city wall, Aaron had already taken advantage of the few moments just now to help the soldiers outside return to the city, and reorganized a certain amount of defense. Let go. Boom, 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 crossbow arrows, magic, a volley. Go away. Anaya shouted angrily, and the powerful energy and blood immediately shook away the surrounding demons, and the war spear in her hand bloomed with a dazzling golden light. Broken spiking the sky. Anaya, the whole person turned into a bright golden light, like a golden meteor, crashing into the city gate in an instant. Boom, the alloy city gate, reinforced with a large amount of magic, immediately erupted with a soul-shaking loud noise. Even the Azte Pass, which is embedded in the mountains, will be shocked. As for ordinary soldiers and players, they were stunned by this blow, staggering, and unable to stand steadily. Boom, countless broken metals shattered and flew with the bombardment of war spears. The next second, the city gate guarded by magic began to twist and dent. Fortunately, Anaya's golden light began to slowly fade away after the shocking blow. Hiss. Everyone on the city wall took a breath of cold air. Hero, it's a little too scary, isn't it? I almost thought. She can smash the city gates and crush the entire defense line alone. Bang! The snowy griffin landed steadily on the city wall. Gaocheng, please check your things and find someone to take them away. Qin Fei threw his backpack out and kicked him out of the team. Good. Gaocheng didn't expect that the task could be completed so easily. A whole 6 or 7 packs of equipment. To know. These are the best products from the Demon Clan's mage group. To the military, the number of mages is by no means a problem. The problem is that my own mage has no equipment and cannot produce output at all. With the equipment in these backpacks, it will definitely bring qualitative changes to the military's attack teams. Fatian Emperor, Shall we retreat too? Why retreat? We are picking up money. Qin Fei put an empty backpack on the griffin with his backhand, and took Lin Shiqi into the sky again. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Picking up money. Gao Cheng was stunned. These are all demon army commanders. Could it be that you are still going to challenge the heroes today? Challenge. Ha 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 ha. Qin Fei laughed loudly in the air. Killing a bunch of trash, what's the challenge? Click. Anaya pulled out the war spear embedded in the city gate with her backhand and glared at Qin Fei. Asshole. Vimuni had a purple face and was silent. But the next second, hundreds of frost blades shot out from behind him. Straight to the sky. Funny. Qin Fei raised his eyebrows. The griffin beneath its crotch spun around in the air, rising hundreds of meters in height. Swish swish. Frost blades flew through the sky like an inverted ice blue meteor shower. But this scene only lasted a few seconds. After the frost blade soared 200 to 300 meters, it lost the energy to continue sprinting, turned around and fell. Qin Fei hung by the clouds, his eyes indifferent, as if looking at a dead person. The only mage among the Legion commanders is you, right? Ding. Vimuni was shocked for no reason. As a mage, he has countless experience in dealing with assassins. Even a master assassin. He is not afraid either. But the problem is, the assassination master in front of me can no longer be called a master. Be careful, if you can't break his stealth, then we will all be his targets. Snort. Bentley scolded coldly. I'm afraid he won't dare to come. Ricky raised the giant-edged sword in his hand, condensing a ray of light. Siege the city. I don't believe he dares to come. Qin Fei smiled indifferently and ignored the opponent's provocation. Don't lower your height, wait for me. Without waiting for Lin Shiqi's reply, Qin Fei had already jumped down. The 4 Legion commanders said they didn't care and didn't even look at it, but in fact, their focus never left Qin Fei for even a moment. Sneak. The moment Qin Fei disappeared in the air, Vimuni shouted in a deep voice, Frost Domain. Whoosh. A gust of cold wind struck out of thin air. Under the clear night, countless crystal snowflakes floated out. Field. It can't break Qin Fei's stealth. But the domain can reveal all objects around Vimuni. No matter what level of stealth it is, it cannot disappear completely. As long as the opponent enters the domain and is contaminated with snowflakes, he will be sensed by the owner of the domain. Even without touching the snowflakes, any breeze or footsteps in the movement will cause fluctuations in the field. Sneak. When facing the top masters in the field, it will lose its previous powerful effect. Qin Fei had already seen the opponent's domain when he faced the Flying Blade commander before. Naturally, I won't force my way in. And every warrior knows how to use confinement skills. As a top master or even an awakened hero, how could Vimuni not do it? The mage and the assassin duel. As long as you master stealth and accurately control the target, you will have at least a 50% winning rate. If it's a team fight, feel sorry. If you encounter an assassin with control skills, you will almost certainly die. So, Qin Fei's goal from the beginning was the demon army. The biggest threat. The mage group has been completely destroyed. Although there are still some mages in the magic army who attack with the group, Qin Fei no longer needs to be afraid of them after he has the courage to fight. Let's start. Qin Fei passed through the dark army of demons. Fight with zeal. Violent. Fully enabled. Boom. 60 flying blades were thrown away from Qin Fei's hand one after another. Within a breath, it spreads around like a blue ocean tide. Minus 40,102. Minus 80,210 crit. Minus 41,050. Minus 43,001. Minus 86,002 crit. Looking from the sky, there are only demons falling to the ground and damage numbers flying in layers. Anaya felt like she was going crazy. He actually went to kill the Legion again. Bentley gritted his teeth and said, "You guy who has no courage, let me go find him." "No," Vimuni said directly. "Get his eat first. When the time comes, he will lose his support and will never dare to attack. If he still wants to assassinate, then we can cover the area with just a few of us." Ricky glanced into the distance and added, "The magic consumption of flying blade throwing is extremely serious. Without the support of relevant talents, even if you kill, you won't be able to kill many." Bentley. "Okay, attack the city with all your strength. On the city wall, Aaron saw Qin Fei sweeping through the demon army alone, and was so excited that his whole body trembled and said, "Brothers, our hero is here." Hold on. Hero. Far more than an ordinary hero. After all, not even Captain Karawi of the Azite Legion could sweep away the demon army like the Fatian Emperor in front of him. For the glory of the Empire. Kill. The morale of the remaining Imperial soldiers was greatly boosted. On the contrary, the players were a bit broken. Especially players from other countries who have just arrived on the battlefield. Oh my god, what kind of monster is that? He can resist the demon army just by starting the server. Don't you want to be Superman in the future? How despicable. He killed all the demon legions by himself, so where can we gain experience? Ha ha ha, is there such a logic? Gao Cheng was listening, almost laughing. You're so bragging, the demons are down there, why don't you go and fight them? HMPH, shameless dragon countryer. Aside from praising a guy who knows how to cheat, what else can you do? If you have the ability, let's play fair. What's the point of cheating? Cut. Gao Cheng looked disdainful. In terms of shamelessness, who can be more shameless than you? If it weren't for the Pentagon's forcible suppression of other countries, how could Evans choose the novice village that is most prone to bugs? If he hadn't stolen the research results of other countries, why would he have completed the hidden mission of destroying the mage so early? You even robbed the country, and your shamelessness is engraved in your bones. Several players in Beautiful Country were immediately angry. You're farting. Evans should have scored the first kill. If Fatian Emperor hadn't appeared, you would all be just trash. The two groups were arguing and about to start a fight. Suddenly there was humanity. Wait a minute. Who is that Qin Shishi? He's going to level 30. Question mark. Gao Cheng also looked confused and opened the ranking list directly. What the hell? Already level 30. God's level ranking. Number 1. Qin Shishi, Dragon Kingdom, level 30, Summoner. Number 2. Bai Li, Dragon Kingdom, level 29, Star Mystery Technique. Number 3. Yao arrives in the arms of Sister, Dragon Kingdom, level 29, multi-dimensional shooter. Number 4. Fatian Emperor, Dragon Kingdom, level 26, Shadow of Innocence and Furious Warrior. Number 5. Carl Evans, Beautiful Country, level 16, Destruction Mage. Number 6. Caesar, Germany, level 15, Nature Summoner. Number 7. Li Tyson, Hongguo, level 14, Thief. Number 8. Evelyn Beja, Ice Bear, level 13, Natural Warrior. Number 9. Saito Ryuji, Neon, level 13, Magic Swordsman. Number 10. Wiener Indy, level 13, Sacrifice. All the players among the gods who had been leveling up all night collapsed. Who is Qin Shishi? There are still masters. You can reach level 30 in one night, are you human? Abnormal. I thought Fatian Emperor was already perverted enough, but I didn't expect that there would be something even more perverted. I messed with you. Where can there be so many masters? I don't believe it. This Qin Shishi looks like a girl at first glance, and she is 100% brought here by Fatian Emperor. Are you saying that Fatian Emperor can easily lead people to level 30? Hiss. Fatian Emperor, I was wrong. There were a lot of people outside just now, and I spoke a little too loudly. Can you please take me with you? Fatian Emperor, I don't want to work hard anymore. I can do black silk, white silk, luminous silk, any kind of silk. Outside the battlefield, Shengguan Yao, who was comfortably enjoying his experience, was confused. Sister Li, why is her level higher than ours? Hey, Dongfang Baili looked helpless and sighed. I can only say that people are different, right? After all, people are still different. She couldn't get in touch with Fatian Emperor even if she wanted to. And Lin Shichi can't even rub it if she doesn't want to, she has to stuff it up. But, where did I lose? Don't understand. She knew Lin Shichi was cute, and she liked her very much. But, I won't be wrong, right? And, judging from Lin Shichi's performance that day, she probably didn't know that Qin Fei was Fatian Emperor's, right? Say so. My sister and I were obviously the first ones here. Or, Lin Shichi, that little girl who knows nothing, is better than herself. Dongfang Baili suddenly remembered. That day, Lin Shichi, such a pure and lovely school beauty, actually wants to find Qin Fei to share a house with. Even she found it outrageous. Now it seems. The clown seems to be herself. Fight. No matter what happens this time, you can't lose. The other side. Qin Fei was mowing the grass frantically in the army, completely ignoring the situation of the siege. The amount of experience gained is simply explosive. Lin Shiqi, Bai Li and the others were able to reach the upper limit of level 30 after just a little while on the outside. Qin Fei himself has not moved, so he is naturally collecting scrolls. Phew, the last scroll is finally full. Start. Qin Fei took out the scroll and became mad for a while. Leap slash, heavy slash, strength training, stealing, ambush, escape, triple shadow attack, fighting enthusiasm, blood rage, power rage, battle rage, all upgraded. Jumping slash level 20, 10,000 medium. Jump to the target in front and perform an attack on the target, causing 150% physical damage. The higher the agility, the faster the jump and the farther the distance. Cost: 50 mana. Cooldown: 5 seconds. Strength training level 20, 10,000 passive medium. Increase base strength by 150 points. Heavy slash level 20, 10,000 medium. Accumulate strength minimum 1 second, maximum 7 seconds to cause 350% minus 650% high damage to the target. Consumption: 30 mana per second. Cooldown: 30 seconds. Fighting enthusiasm level 1, 50,000 powerful. Consumes 10% of health to stimulate fighting enthusiasm, up to 3 levels. Each level of fighting fervor increases strength by 20%, constitution by 20%, agility by 20%, and life recovery efficiency by 20%. Each level of combat zeal lasts for 20 seconds. When the health value is lower than 30%, it will not be seriously injured. Violent violence level 1, 50,000 powerful. Explode energy and blood, putting yourself into a violent state. In a violent state, maximum health increased by 40%. Attack speed increased by 40%. Movement speed increased by 40%. The violent state lasts for 20 seconds. Consumption: 10% health. Cooldown: 80 seconds. Power Fury level 1, 50,000 passive powerful. In violent state, strength increases by 60%. Battle Rage level 1, 50,000 passive powerful. In a violent state, critical hit rate increased by 10%. Each critical hit on the enemy can extend the violent state for 5 seconds. Attack power increased by 40%. Each time the enemy is defeated, the violent state can be extended for 5 seconds. Innocent Stealing level 1, 50,000 powerful. Launch a steal against a nearby target, and there is a 15% chance of obtaining items from the target or from the package. Regardless of whether the steal is successful or not, you will not be discovered by the other party. The target cannot be higher than 30 levels above you. Continuous use on the same target will result in the loss of the innocence effect. Cost: 200 mana. Cooldown: 300 seconds. Innocent Ambush level 1, 50,000 powerful. Critical hit rate increased by 70%. Without the enemy noticing you, launch a fatal blow to the enemy, causing 250% physical and magic damage to the enemy. Your ambush will not attract the enemy's attention. Cost: 200 mana. Cooldown: 30 seconds. Escape Without Guilt level 1, 50,000 strong. Get out of combat immediately and increase movement speed by 600%. The effects of your teleport scroll are now hidden, effectively equivalent to stealth. Cost: 50 mana. Duration: 6 seconds. Cooldown: 60 seconds. Triple Shadow Strike level 1, 50,000 powerful. Damage reduced by 20%. Each of your attacks will cause 3 damage to the target. Cost: 300 mana. Duration: 2 seconds. Cooldown: 20 seconds. Advanced skills, all upgraded to strong strength. And low-level skills can no longer be improved with experience. What surprised Qin Fei the most was probably the lowest skill of strength training. It was only a moderate improvement to the full level, but it actually gained a full 100 points of strength. To know, after 100 times the talent bonus, this is 10,000 points of power. Now, after all skills are upgraded, the damage in the full state must be at least twice as high. And there are still 10 scrolls in Qin Fei's bag that have been filled with experience that have not been used up. Kill. Qin Fei chopped off the demon legions on one side and continued to advance to the other side, with flying blades behind him like a brilliant river, following closely behind. Pass of Azte. The city gate was crumbling under the attack of several legions. The defenders on the city wall suffered heavy casualties under the frost domain, and there were not many left. Seeing the demons are about to enter the city, I can't bear it anymore. Bentley's heart was bleeding. In this war, the hot-blooded legion has been at the forefront, and the losses are naturally not small. But if you can win military honors, you can accept it. But now, just because of a sentence, attack the city first. It actually directly led to the near-total destruction of his legions. Except for the guards around him, less than 1/10 of the remaining hot-blooded legionnaires survived. Those are 3,000 to 4,000 warriors with passionate blood flowing in their bones. This is the foundation for his establishment in the demon clan. Let him go. Vimuni did not stop him this time. The speed at which that man slaughtered was so terrifying that we could not imagine it at all. However, he will not be able to finish the killing after all. He is ready to enter the city. Open it, open it. Amidst Anaya's roar, the war spear in her hand once again condensed with bright golden light. How dare you come? Qin Fei saw a legion commander chasing after him from a distance, and laughed secretly. Since I am coming, I won't keep the last full experience scroll. Drop. Skill upgrade successful. Flying blade throwing, level 11, 8133,000 powerful. Throws the phantom weapon in your hand at the target, causing 81% physical damage. The weapon illusion returns after reaching the farthest distance and can be activated again, gaining an additional 52% increase in attack speed and damage. A maximum of 93 weapon illusions can exist at the same time. The flight speed and distance of the weapon phantom are related to its own agility. Cost: 30 mana. Cooling: none. Really, Qin Fei secretly said. The improvement effect of powerful skills is far more than that of advanced ones. Just an 11 level upgrade has almost the same effect as the past 20 levels. But the experience points consumed are even more astonishing. 10 experience scrolls, a total of 10 million experience points. It can only be improved by half. Drop. You have reached level 30. Please continue to upgrade after completing the second job transfer. Qin Fei was not surprised. Because Lin Shiqi and Bai Li are both at level 30, they are all stuck, and no one has made a breakthrough. Imperial coward, don't run. Bentley is over 3 meters tall, with muscles all over his body reflecting like purple gold, and holding a giant blade battle axe. Come, war, rumble. Bentley's roar resounded through the sky like muffled thunder, even covering the sound of fighting on the entire battlefield. Thunder, pop, steaming purple blood, like burning flames, wrapped around Bentley. Boom, hot blood explodes on the earth. In the blink of an eye, the battlefield within 100 meters of him was dyed with blood. Boy, if you can take my axe, my passionate army will surrender immediately in this battle. Bentley's eyes were filled with hatred. His rage filled the entire battlefield. Ha ha ha, I should be the one to say this. Qin Fei pushed away nearly 100 flying blades with one palm and turned around calmly. If you can take one of my moves without dying, I will lose this game. Bentley didn't expect such a good thing, seriously. I swear in the name of Asiat, the guardian of the empire, the sage, if this move fails to kill you, I will surrender immediately. Qin Fei looked solemn, and his words shook the ground. As soon as these words came out, Aaron and other imperial soldiers were suddenly excited, with tears in their eyes. Sage, he is still protecting the empire. At the same time, Vimuni, Ricky, and even Bentley all looked shocked. Are you really Asiat's apprentice? Okay, very good. Back then, Asiat entered our clan's holy land and injured my clan members. He took away my treasures. Today, let me, Bentley Howell, complete my revenge for my clan. Say it. Bentley grasped the giant blade battle axe with both hands and leaned forward. The area under his feet began to shrink rapidly, and layers of purple blood gathered around his body. Snort. Qin Fei said nothing and his eyes were cold. He reached out and used up the last mana stone, and then added a bottle of instant recovery potion. If it weren't for one move, it would cost close to 3,000 magic points. Chin Fakai was too lazy to pay attention to him. Fight with zeal. Violent. Roar. The griffin in the sky received the response and replenished its status at the same time. The main force of both sides. Fight to the death. And, only one move. Such a crucial duel not only made everyone in the Empire stop, but even the soldiers of the Demon Legion couldn't help but hold their breath. Stimulate. In the live broadcast room, all the viewers' eyes widened. Fatian Emperor is so brave. What happened to the Legion commander? What happened to the hero? Kill. Just kill me. Nan Binger pulled the camera closer, not even daring to take a breath. There is only one chance. We must win. Hiss. Only then did the audience in the live broadcast room realize. Just one move. Oops. The one facing you is a Legion commander, a hero. Even a blind man can see that he is a warrior. Even if he stands still and fights you, he still has at least 1,000,000 health points, right? It's hard to say whether we'll win or not, but what about seconds? Impossible. I bet 100 spicy strips that Fatian Emperor will definitely be the master of Weiyin. When Nan Binger saw the barrage, she immediately said angrily, impossible. Just one move after Fatian Emperor said it. The anchor is in love, his speech is invalid. I dare to open the market. Do you dare to bet? Said. Nan Binger even opened the handicap directly. Just one. I bet that Fatian Emperor can kill the demon army leader Bentley with one move. The barrage exploded instantly. Anchor, are you serious? If you dare to open this handicap, I will dare to place it. Think clearly. How nonsense is it that you want to deal more than 10 million damage with one skill? Young succubus, please don't let your love mind drive you to the point of losing your sense. Nan Binger said coldly. If you don't dare to gamble, just keep your mouth shut. Ah, the audience was dumbfounded. Anchor, when did you become so tough? When you were in front of Fatian Emperor, you were weak and shy. When I faced the fans, it was like a tiger coming down from the mountain and punching out. Okay. Thank you to the anchor for giving me some popular science on what double standard dog licking is. It's a bet. This wave is for no other reason than to watch the anchor cry. Brothers, those who have money support themselves with money, and those who don't have money support others. No matter what, we can't let go of such double standard anchors. Count me in. Come. If the anchor loses and cannot afford to pay, we can also accept other payment methods. What the hell? If you want to say that, then the top brother on the list is really going to work hard. In the battlefield, the demon warriors retreated one after another to make room for the two men in the duel. War. Bentley roared again, and the purple blood all over his body almost exploded. It's true that Anaya is the light of Thrax, but he also relies on his strength to reach the position of Legion leader. Hard front. He is not afraid of Anaya. It was just that she had the support of the Snowy Griffin and the attack advantage of her war spear skills, which made it difficult for him to deal with it. Now facing the assassin in a one-on-one duel. He won't lose. It's impossible to lose. Opposite, Qin Fei shook out the flying blade for the last time, still behind him. The next second, Qin Fei started sneaking and rushed forward quickly. If it is a normal battle, Bentley would never take a shot casually. But now there is only one move. He has a winning chance. After catching a glimpse of Qin Fei's figure appearing within the domain, he struck out the giant axe without hesitation. Howl, crack the ground. Boom, purple fire filled the sky and hit the ground with the giant bladed battle axe. In an instant, the ground nearly 100 meters in front of Bentley was split by the giant axe. Purple fire bombarded the ground. The shock bounced back. Like erupting volcanic lava, destroying everything. One move, the area in front of Bentley was smashed into purgatory. But he was not overjoyed. Because there is no damage figure for such a range of damage. The only explanation, the opponent didn't come forward at all. Snort, what a coward. It's not like Bentley has never fought an assassin before, so he naturally knows that his opponent likes backstabbing the most. But you underestimate our warriors too much. After Bentley unleashed his ultimate move, he turned around and raised his giant axe without any skills, and was able to strike again. No probing required. After years of combat experience, he instinctively felt that the enemy was right in front of him. Fact. That's exactly what it is. Qin Fei was right in front of Bentley with a calm expression, not surprised at all by his opponent's 2 consecutive big moves. Hero. The gods changed their profession 4 times. Fully awakened. Advanced skills and powerful skills are all basic. They may understand even great level skills. Equipment, gems. With the combination of various effects, they can often do things that ordinary people cannot. Their skills and combat capabilities can definitely break through some common sense. If it is the same as an ordinary profession, how can it be called a hero? So, no matter how far Bentley can achieve, Qin Fei will not be surprised. That's not necessary. From the moment he agreed to the duel, he was already dead. Warrior. Either the attack determines the outcome. Either defense determines victory or defeat. Qin Fei is a warrior, but not entirely. Here he is. Speed is everything. Bentley's combos are terrifying, but it takes too long between the end of his first move and the landing of his second move. Whoosh! Nearly 100 flying blades surged forward like a waterfall hanging upside down. Bentley, who had his back to the flying blade, was completely unaware. Besides, even if he knew, he had no intention of defending. Puff puff! Almost instantly, 100 flying blades penetrated and cut Bentley. -142,931. -370,020 crit. -138,088. -167,010. -332,110 crit. -385,540 crit. Nearly 100 injuries rose into the air above Bentley's head, exploding one after another, and finally gathered into a bloody number. 18.2 million. The moment Anaya saw the damage figures, she was completely stunned. No, impossible. Hiss. Vimuni and Ricky gasped at the same time. While shocked, but he was also secretly glad. Fortunately, it was Bentley of the Hot-Blooded Legion who fought, otherwise none of them would be able to withstand such damage. Okay, Nan Binger and Lin Shichi cheered almost at the same time. 1. After tens of millions of injuries, Bentley's health bar was empty right before his eyes. The losing players in the live broadcast room were preparing to cry. The next second, Bentley's whole body burst out with a burst of purple blood. The health bar that was already empty was restored to over 50% in an instant. Quote question mark question mark question mark quote. Lin Shichi and Nan Binger both looked incredulous. Shangguan Yao in the distance was even more angry. To add tens of millions of blood like this is obviously a shameless trick, it's so despicable. But Bentley raised the corners of his mouth. Suffer death. Qin Fei saw that the other party recovered instantly and remained unmoved. He himself has the gem of warlike courage, and it is impossible for the enemy's legion commander to not have it. Releasing before stealth and retreating during stealth will indeed increase the damage. Before the war, Qin Fei had already thought of a way to break out. That's the truth. Since one sneak retracement can't solve it, let's do it again. On speed, Qin Fei didn't know how much faster he was compared to his opponent. Strike like lightning. Boom, I just got the flying blade and immediately turned around and killed it. -270,020 crit. -112,002. -104,008. -241,650 crit. -120,501. -117,200. The second pushback increases the damage by about 50%. Although it doesn't have as much stealth as it does, it still explodes. 11.2 million. The moment the damage burst out, Bentley's health bar returned to 0 on the spot. No matter how strong your body is, it cannot withstand 2 such violent blows in a row. But, as a passionate warrior, he will never die easily. Bury it with me. When Bentley died, he still waved the giant axe, howling and cracking the ground. Qin Fei had seen this move just now, and kicked his foot. Jump chop. Bang. Qin Fei calmly withdrew several hundred meters away before the giant axe fell. Boom. The earth is cracked. Earth fire erupts. The battlefield was shaken once again. But Bentley could no longer pursue him. Behind him, nearly 100 flying blades roared and nodded again, piercing through his body. This time, no harm done. The leader of the hot-blooded army. Demonic hero. Bentley Howell. Killed in action. System notification. Dragon Kingdom player. Fatian Emperor. crosses the level challenge and successfully defeats the level 130 hot-blooded warrior. Reward reputation x 50,000, reward gold coins x 5,000, reward rare skill scroll x 10, reward powerful skill breakthrough scroll x 1, and reward epic treasure chest x 1. Dragon Kingdom player, Fatian Emperor, crosses the level challenge and successfully defeats the level 130 hot-blooded warrior. Reward reputation x 50,000, reward gold coins x 5,000, reward rare skill scroll x 10, reward powerful skill breakthrough scroll x 1, and reward epic treasure chest x 1. Dragon Kingdom player, Fatian Emperor, crosses the level challenge and successfully defeats the level 130 hot-blooded warrior. Reward reputation x 50,000, reward gold coins x 5,000, reward rare skill scroll x 10, reward powerful skill breakthrough scroll x 1, and reward epic treasure chest x 1. Hey, can I open the box again? When Shangguan Yao saw the announcement, her eyes turned into crescent moons with laughter. In the live broadcast room. What the hell? Anchor doesn't count, it really doesn't count. The Fatian Emperor is a scumbag. As I said, he has already used 2 moves. It definitely doesn't count. Anchor, please be careful and don't check out randomly, otherwise I will call the police. Nan Binger wouldn't pay attention to them and said bluntly. Bentley uses his ultimate move twice in a row, which can be regarded as one move. And the Fatian Emperor raised his hand once from the beginning to the end, yet you can call him a scoundrel. Does your family set the rules of the game? Or do you want to perform double standards and be a scoundrel in public? Hiss. The live broadcast room was suddenly silent. Do the math. Bentley's kind. He must have used special effects to achieve a double combo of ultimate moves, and it is 100% counted as one move. As for Fatian Emperor, if you don't look at the flying blade, just look at his hand. It really only moved once from beginning to end. Perverted. He used the effect of the skill to deal a certain amount of damage first, and then used the skill to deal a second amount of damage. Cut. Other demons can use effects to interrupt them twice, and this is just a period of damage. Does it count? The demons didn't even say they were cheating, but you are even more impatient than the demons. In reality, the departments responsible for the gods in all countries are in chaos. 2 challenges in one day, and you won both. The master is no match for him, so he can still kill heroes. My lord, is he really going to be Superman? Who can stop him? If you let him continue playing, all the rewards and resources in the game will be consumed by him alone. Neon, Ministry of Defense. Go and ask beautiful country how to deal with Fatian Emperor. If you keep playing like this, we won't be able to survive until the middle of the game, or we will collapse. Beautiful country, Pentagon. Put pressure on the Dragon Kingdom immediately. The Fatian Emperor must not continue to appear in the game. Otherwise, just start a war. Dragon Kingdom, Eastern District Base. Ha ha ha. From today on, no one can whisper to me anymore. The Eastern Ward just stood up and jumped to cheers. The Fatian Emperor killed well. Get the demon hero. Sweep across the battlefield. How much equipment will be released in this wave? Hurry up. Give me statistics on how many people need to go over to carry all the equipment back. Chapter 71. Drop. You defeated the leader of the demonic blood legion, Bentley Howell. You have gained 2,080,000 experience points. Battlefield experience increases. You gain an additional 2,080,000 experience points. Drop. The experience value you have gained has exceeded the level limit, and the overflow will disappear after 24 hours. You can try to use experience props to save it. The experience is not saved. Qin Fei secretly said. Fortunately, a new skill scroll was awarded. Rare skill scroll. After use, all the experience gained by the player will be injected into the scroll, with a maximum accumulated experience value of 100 million. After the scroll experience is saved, it can be used to upgrade skill levels. 10 experience points are exchanged for 1 skill proficiency point. A rare scroll can actually store hundreds of millions of experience points. What's that other scroll? Powerful skill breakthrough scroll. After use, a level 20 powerful skill can be broken through to greatness. Awesome. Qin Fei's most critical output skill now is the flying blade. I thought that level 20 was the end of strength, but I didn't expect that it could still be improved. The flying blade in its current state would be damaged in tens of millions of seconds. If you increase it to level 30. Promote to greatness. Guigi. 2 words. Explode. Qin Fei didn't move the last box reward. Let's leave things like jars to Little Red Hand to come over and open them later. Qin Fei returned to Bentley's body. You are the Legion commander. There has to be something good, right? The equipment of the Hot-Blooded Legion should be equipped with flying blades, right? Also, the skills of the Hot-Blooded Legion. Hiss. Anything you order must be of the highest quality, right? Hey, let's touch. Drop. You have obtained an epic battle axe X1. You have obtained an epic belt X1. You have obtained a rare ring X1. You have obtained rare magic pattern X1. You have obtained advanced skills X1. You obtained rare magic stone X1. You got gold coins X 3200. You obtained blood magic stone X 55. 2 pieces of epic equipment, plus advanced skills, rare rings, rare magic stones. He didn't even explode silver coins, but gold coins, and he exploded more than 3,000 coins at once. The gold coins alone are worth millions, right? Really. If you really want to get rich overnight, you still have to kill the boss. Hot-blooded battle axe howling. Thousands of years of suffering, but the blood will never die. War. Level. Epic. Requirements. Level 100. Attack power. 1800. Armor break. 1000. Strength. 120. Constitution. 60. In the hot-blooded state, the health value is increased by 30%. In hot-blooded state, attack power is increased by 30%. In the hot-blooded state, the melee attack range is increased by 30%. Hot-blooded belt howling. Thousands of years of suffering, but the blood will never die. War. Level. Epic. Requirements. Level 100. Strength. 40. Constitution. 80. In the hot-blooded state, physical fitness is increased by 30%. In hot-blooded state, increase elemental magic resistance by 30%. In the hot-blooded state, attack skill damage is increased by 30%. Epic suit. This attribute is really abnormal. But the level requirements are really high. Qin Fei definitely can't use it now. Even if the level is reached, there is a high probability that it will not work. The Hot-Blooded Legion's equipment just exploded a lot. Although it's not as good as their leaders, the level requirements are low and they can be assembled quickly. The key is, there is no hot-blooded state. The attribute cannot take effect, which means it does not exist. If you look purely at basic attributes, they may not necessarily be better than those of the Imperial Legion. Guardian of Heroic Spirits. Grade. Rare. Requirements. Level 30. All attributes. 20. All elemental resistance. 20%. Attack power. 20%. Defense. 20%. This can be done, this can really be done. Qin Fei's eyes lit up instantly when he saw 20 points in all attributes. Move. Finally a rare piece of equipment that works. The best ones exploded a lot. I can't find anything to wear. Isn't this going to kill you? Defense, resistance, attack, attributes. I wipe it. Perfect. Qin Fei immediately changed the ring and felt better. Hot-blooded, advanced. Burn health, lose 1% of health per second and gain hot blood status. Loss of health by 1%, attack power increased by 2%. Loss of health by 1%, attack speed increased by 2%. Loss of health by 1%, attack range increased by 2%. What the hell, do you really have this skill? Qin Fei himself lost confidence. No matter how you look at it, the hot-blooded state looks like a demon-specific skill. It is simply not something that other races can learn. Ha ha ha, even if this skill does not match the suit of the Hot-Blooded Legion, it is enough to explode. Attack range, one of the most needed attributes in melee combat. Although Qin Fei's flying blade can shoot far, who would object to shooting farther? After all, no man can refuse the achievement of reaching the other side. Study. This must be learned. Drop. This skill is exclusive to demons, has talent limitations, and cannot be learned. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I knew it. I knew it. Phew. Qin Fei let out a long breath. Although I have guessed before that this skill is impossible for humans to master, please don't explode. As the saying goes, out of sight, out of mind. As long as you don't see it, you can learn it. It's good now. Hope broken. Is there nothing left? Magic stones, magic patterns. Rare blood magic stone. Increase the maximum health limit by 50%. Increases life recovery effect by 500%. Lasts 360 seconds. I'm just wondering why this guy has so much more flesh than Anaya and 20 million blood. He's a pervert. Qin Fei turned to look at the magic pattern. Talent magic pattern. Grade. Rare. Absorb a racial talent and place it in the magic pattern. The quality of the talent drawn cannot be higher than the quality of the magic pattern. Talent. Empty. Question mark question mark question mark. Qin Fei looked at the magic pattern blankly and studied it a dozen times, but still felt his scalp was numb. Depend on. Asiat, you, the sixth one, joined the demon clan back then. Did you do it just to steal this thing? Explode. The effect of the magic pattern is really abnormal. Absorb racial talents. What concept? This thing can really change the nature of a profession. If the demon warriors were not talented, how could they be so strong? There are so many races on the continent of Apahia. If you took away all the things he had to look after, how could he come out to live in this world? Hiss. Before seeing the magic pattern. Qin Fei's goal is to learn the passion. After seeing the magic pattern, Qin Fei is already considering whether it would be too wasteful to use this to absorb the talents of the demons. Things that couldn't be done originally. Now that I have the magic pattern, everything is no longer a problem. Isn't the biggest problem with Flying Blade the lack of mana? Wouldn't it be possible to create a talent for the mage race and solve it instantly? If the talent is good enough, maybe even the resistance problem will be solved. 1. On the city wall, Aaron and a group of soldiers looked at the battlefield in disbelief. 1. Commander, we really won. Woohoo. Long live the Empire. Long live the heroes. The soldiers of the Imperial Legion couldn't help but shed tears while laughing wildly. We finally won. Flying Emperor, hero of Aztec. Long live the Empire. Long live the hero. Opposite of this. All the demon warriors in the battlefield were silent. They are angry. They are unwilling. But the loser is not unjust. Even among the demons, this is an unquestionable victory in the duel. Vimuni and Ricky looked at each other with the same blank look in their eyes. The war has come to this point. How else to proceed? It's not over. Anaya turned back to look at the city gate unwillingly. Her full blow just now had completely shattered Azite's city gate. Now, just enter the city and take down this solid defense line that has stood for hundreds of years. Withdraw your troops. Vimuni's tone was filled with more helplessness. When they forcefully enter the city, the Tian Emperor doesn't know how many of our soldiers he will slaughter. Even if half of them can be saved, even if we enter the city, we no longer have a group of mages, let alone the ability to detect his stealth. Can the three of us alone defend Aztec? Ricky shook his head and said. Unless you can control him for more than 3 seconds, I will have a chance to kill him. As long as he doesn't die, we can't hold on. Hey. What Vimuni had thought earlier. Fight for the last chance and forcefully enter the city. When the time comes, the 4 of them will expand their fields and be able to compete with the assassinations from the opposite side. But what he didn't know was, Fatian Emperor can kill so fast. Even if Bentley was not allowed to stop him, few soldiers would be able to enter the city. Bentley was asked to delay time, but in the end, he died in a single move during the duel. A dilemma. No one is right. I was wrong. Vimuni lamented. From the beginning of his appearance, he should be the strategic focus, no matter the cost, all-out encirclement and suppression, and cooperate with the attack of the mage group. At least there is still hope to kill him. As long as he dies, we will win, otherwise, there is no hope. In anger and unwillingness, Anaya glared at Qin Fei. Withdraw your troops, for Thrax. Vimuni and Ricky waved at the same time. Withdraw troops. Rumble. The remaining demon legion slowly set off. At this moment, they no longer have the momentum to charge. Withdrawing troops at this moment is tantamount to defeat. The demon warriors lowered their heads and shuffled their steps. They were unwilling to do so. The victory that was in sight was lost. Who can be willing? But this is war. Oh who? 1. Go away, you ugly demon. The imperial soldiers on the city wall couldn't help but revel. Ha ha ha, the Fatian Emperor is invincible. Gao Cheng and other dragon kingdoms were also cheering. Only, those players from beautiful countries cannot laugh no matter what. Shit, How can people from the Dragon Kingdom be so strong? They must have violated the rules of the gods and the original agreement. I can bet. They must have failed to abide by the agreement they made. This is a betrayal of the agreement of the gods, and it is a betrayal of all countries in the world. Snort. Gao Cheng glanced away. A bunch of clowns. Coax. A group of beautiful Chinese players, their mentality exploded instantly. Shameless. You wait. With so many countries around the world, they will never let your Dragon Kingdom's conspiracy succeed. Every people who yearns for justice and freedom will never succumb to evil forces like you. Puff. Ha 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 ha. Gao Cheng was really going to be amused by these clowns. At this time, Qin Fei stood alone in front of the demon army and said coldly, "Do I allow you to leave?" Question mark, question mark, question mark. Anaya could hardly believe her ears and said angrily, "What else do you want? You have already won this war. The war has nothing to do with me." Qin Fei looked indifferent. "But you must die." Hiss. Vimuni's eyes were completely crazy. "Don't even think about dueling anymore, we will ignore you. If we want to fight, we will fight together." Ricky drew his sword and echoed. "Although the Empire and Thrax are always at war, there are some things you'd better not do too harshly. Otherwise, even if we abandon the other countries, we will still completely destroy the Empire." Qin Fei smiled. "I'm sorry, I'm just so good at what I do." Vimuni and others were completely stunned. They never thought that such people existed in the Empire. War. It's about territory and survival. To completely offend a country and a race is completely unnecessary. If we want to deal with the Empire with all our strength, it will be difficult for other countries to side with the Empire, and we may even add insult to injury. Vimuni tried to explain, but Qin Fei ignored it at all and thought to himself, "I said, Empire and war have nothing to do with me. It's okay if the three of you want to go together. However, I will definitely kill all the demons on the battlefield first." Talking nonsense is not Qin Fei's habit. If he didn't have the magic stone, he would have taken action long ago. "I just asked Lin Shichi to go back to get some medicine, and now she is slowly recovering a little." Opposite, Vimuni felt like she was going crazy. If Fatian Emperor wants to kill him, can the three of them stop him? Can't stop it. If Fatian Emperor continues to hunt, can the three of them return to the demon Thrax alive? Possible, but more likely is death. Because the Fatian Emperor owns the Snowy Griffin, he can catch up at any time, and he can also sneak. On the long road, always be on guard against an assassin who has the ability to kill them instantly. That would be an absolute nightmare. That is a nightmare more painful than hell. Just when they fell into despair and didn't know how to deal with it. In the Aztec Pass behind him, a dazzling ball of light like the sun slowly rose into the sky. Late at night, instantly bright, even more so during the day. All darkness, nothing to hide. The holy sea of light. Vimuni turned around fiercely. The moment he saw the city wall, his pupils trembled. Holy Knights Templar, how could they? Hiss. For a moment, Vimuni figured it out, but then he became infinitely angry. It's a conspiracy. This war is a conspiracy of the Empire from beginning to end. Ricky closed his eyes in despair. Should have guessed it. How could the Empire abandon Aztec for no reason? We should have understood this from the moment Fatian Emperor appeared. The Empire's so-called traitors, so-called cooperation, everything is probably a dark conspiracy, just to kill us right here. Ahem. Qin Fei almost burst into tears when he heard such a desperate speech. The arrival of the Knights Templar. In fact, I was even more surprised than them. To be honest, the moment he saw the holy light, Qin Fei was ready to be attacked from both sides. These guys are most likely not here to help. If it is to help, there is no need to emit that level of holy light. To make it clear, we need to limit our stealth. Although the skill has just been upgraded once. But it is still unknown whether powerful stealth can ignore the holy light sphere, which is obviously more powerful than before. No way. The restrained relationship between light and darkness is just too fierce. Blame me. Anaya trembled all over and shed painful tears. The light of Thrax. It has never been as dark as it is now. If it weren't for my carelessness that caused Fincto to be thrown away, you would still have a chance to live. If I hadn't called you all here, you wouldn't have fallen into a trap. If it weren't for me, the Empire's conspiracy will never succeed so easily. Even if the legion will lose some strength, the empire must also pay the price in blood. Her despair and pain are far beyond the comparison of the other two. The next second, her eyes met Qin Fei. The empire has won, you have won, and I can agree to all your requests. I just ask, please let my comrades and clan members go. Anaya, Vimuni and Ricky looked shocked at the same time. The next second, the two of them shouted loudly at the same time. Even if you die in battle today, you cannot surrender. Light of Thrax, we must never accept such humiliation. You have seen how despicable the imperial people are. How can you trust them? Anaya has thought it through. Everything is my fault, just let me bear it alone. She looked closely at Qin Fei. She is waiting, awaiting sentencing. Qin Fei also needs to think. The emergence of the Knights Templar has brought too many variables. Killed the Holy Light Knight Nuck himself. Plus Azivinas to operate from. The Holy See is 100% hostile to itself, and there is no possibility of easing. As for the demons, killing is money. To put it simply, I only have a relationship of interest with the demons, and there is no hostile relationship that cannot be eased. Therefore, as long as the interests are consistent, everything can be discussed. Bai Li, do you know about the Knights Templar? Qin Fei asked in a private message. That is a knighthood directly affiliated with the Holy See. I have never heard of any actions of this knighthood during the internal testing, but according to rumors, it should be one of the strongest knighthoods in the empire. Dongfang Baili quickly replied. Are they all masters? Qin Fei asked back. I don't know. Dongfang Baili hesitated. What I know is that no battle in which the Knights Templar participates is defeated. Okay, no need to say more. Even if Qin Fei is not sneaking now, he will not be afraid of the master-level Holy Light Knight. But a group came from the opposite side, all of them were masters. It's definitely difficult to deal with. Even more troublesome is that the Holy Sea's light barrier is almost invincible in its defense against long-range skills. Saw it once before. Neither arrows nor magic can go in, and the flying blade will most likely not be able to go in either. In this situation, whether it's killing the demons or the Knights Templar, the possibilities are very low. If the knights and the demons are allowed to explain clearly and the two sides continue to cooperate, it will be the most unfavorable situation for themselves. Qin Fei finished his analysis in a blink of an eye and said directly. If you stay and make an irreversible guarantee to me, they can all leave alive. Plop. Anaya knelt down on one knee without any hesitation, holding a coat of arms that shimmered with light gold in her hands. I, Anaya Broken Spear, swear under the witness of the spirit of Thrax. As long as Vimuni, Ricky, and the remaining legionnaires can return to Thrax alive, I will always surrender at your feet. Drop. Anaya, Broken Spear, surrenders to you conditionally. Are you sure to accept me as a follower? Good. Qin Fei clicked to confirm, then waved to Vimuni and others, you can go. There was no joy of surviving on Vimuni's face, but only anger. Anaya, your behavior makes every subject of Thrax feel ashamed. Bah, coward, I don't have any comrades like you. Vimuni's resolute rejection did not make Anaya too sad. She had fulfilled her wish. Let's go back. I am not qualified to ask you to avenge me. I hope you can be more careful next time and not be deceived by the Empire's lies again. Ricky glanced behind him. The Empire must pay the price for this. Thalax, we will never tolerate any deception or betrayal. Never. All demon warriors, under their orders, continued to retreat. But there was only shame and contempt in their eyes when they looked at Anaya. It's over. The demons withdraw their troops. The war is over. The Imperial defenders on the city wall cried with joy. This one. The Empire has clearly collapsed, and the war is about to end. Finally. But it ended with the surrender and withdrawal of the demon heroes. No one can believe this result. Aaron, Imperial soldiers. Gaocheng, many players. Even Zivinas and the Knights Templar who came in a hurry couldn't believe this result. He actually defeated the demon army by himself. You're kidding. Zivinas never thought that the demons would lose. The strength of both sides is not at the same level at all. Demon Clan. There are 4 major legions, 4 heroic legion commanders, dozens of master commanders, and a mage group with a size of thousands. Empire. The 2 legions had no legion commanders and few leaders left, and less than 300 of the mage regiment had been mobilized early. Certainly, these comparisons are actually meaningless. Because there is actually only one person who really determines the outcome of the war. Flying Emperor. Xivinez looked at the battlefield and thought to himself. Last chance. Now using the Templars, there may be hope of killing him. The next second, alerts rang in the ears of everyone in the battlefield. Battlefield announcement. The 7th Battle of Azte is over, the Empire is victorious. Legion reputation settlement begins. Military merit rankings announced. Number 1. Fatian Emperor, Dragon Kingdom, 11.2 million. Number 2. Qin Shishi, Dragon Kingdom, 1.5 million. Number 3. Yao arrives in the arms of her sister, Dragon Kingdom, 1.1 million. Number 4. Bai Li, Dragon Kingdom, 1.1 million. Number 5. Master Fa is strong, Dragon Kingdom, 23,000. Number 10. Gaocheng, Dragon Kingdom, 5,000. Except for the members of Qin Fei's team, the reputation gained by other players is basically a basic reward of 5,000. Battlefield announcement. The team led by Dragon Kingdom player, Fatian Emperor, killed the demon heroes, successfully reversed the situation of the battle, and defeated the demon army alone. It has made great achievements, and all members will be rewarded with 10,000 reputations. All members will be rewarded with 1 million Legion reputations. Dragon Kingdom player, Fatian Emperor, has made outstanding achievements and gained more than 10 million reputations in a single battle. He is specially rewarded with the epic title, Hero of the Empire. Epic title. Qin Fei immediately clicked on the title panel. Imperial Hero Guardian of Az. Level. Epic. All attributes increased by 100 points. Physical and magical attack power increased by 30%. Attack and cast speed increased by 30%. Movement speed increased by 30%. When the Guardian of Azite is on Azite's defense line, health and magic values are increased by 100%, and all attributes are increased by 10%. Explode. This attribute is directly like an explosion with one hand. After Qin Fei changed, even without using any status skills, he was still stronger than his previous strongest status. If you open the skill again, it really doesn't work. Let's get rid of Vimuni and the demon army later, right? That's the attribute. Qin Fei felt that even if he stood up to the Templar Knights, he could wipe them out. As for Anaya, she was still kneeling in front of her. Qin Fei suddenly thought of something and asked, "Who in the Empire is contacting you?" "Master, you should know this matter better than me, right?" Anaya raised her head in confusion. Qin Fei's eyes widened. "When did I allow you to ask questions?" My subordinate knows I was wrong. Anaya knows her identity. Although she is not used to it, she will get used to it. My subordinate has never met the liaison person in the Empire. The two parties have always been in contact through letters, and these cooperations started a long time ago, even before I arrived in Azte. So, when the other party proposed a plan this time, we had already put down all our guard. From this point of view, the profoundness of the Empire's strategy is truly amazing. Are you comfortable with flattering? But it's a pity. You photographed in the wrong place. Qin Fei didn't appreciate it at all. Letter also requires a contact person. Who took it? Who gave you the promise? The letters were exchanged at a secret point in the defense line. The other party used assassins to place them in advance. We tracked them, but we couldn't follow up on Azite, so it doesn't make much sense. Anaya continued to explain. As for the establishment of the cooperation, it was about 3 years ago. The other party has never broken its promise and has never asked us to pay anything during this period. The only one who knows. The opponent holds a high position in the Empire and can easily transfer heroes at the level of army commander. The agreement this time is to try our best to let go of Azite's defense. After we take down the defense line, we can attack outside street. Carls, fight for a while and then retreat. As for the follow-up, the other side doesn't care whether we attack other cities. Hidden so well, Qin Fei was a little surprised. It seems. Traitors to the Empire are genuinely concerned that their identities will be exposed. So what's the point of all this? Just to give Azte to the opponent? Nope. I got the news from Anaya that there is no relationship between the two parties, it is purely a cooperation of interests. So, just to discredit the Phoenix family. But the price is too high, right? The strategic position of the Aztec defense line is actually very high. If this area is lost, several provinces in the southern part of the empire may be threatened. Redeem it. The Phoenix family will not collapse completely because of a traitor. However, the defense line established over a century is actually gone. Tisk. No matter how you calculate it, it's a loss. Certainly. Qin Fei doesn't understand the bureaucratic style, maybe that's what they like to do. This is Kung Fu. Lin Shiqi landed, and Dongfang Baili and the others rushed over. Mr. Li, is the mission completed? Well, watch the battlefield first. Don't let other players get involved in these equipment, especially foreign players. Dongfang Baili did not relax his vigilance at all. Equipment for the entire battlefield. The value is immeasurable. Don't talk about ordinary players. Don't talk about the guild. Even the country will be jealous. On the city wall, Granis of the Knights Templar looked serious at this moment. He is now a hero of the Empire. Without the permission of the Empire, wantonly attacking the heroes of the Empire may cause an unpredictable storm throughout the Empire. It is no longer up to you and me to decide how to act now. We should consult the bishop before making a decision. Imperial Hero. This title was not just awarded. His reputation and title actually have such a big effect. Xivinus never thought that the Knights Templar, who had always been carefree, would be afraid because of a title or some reputation. It seems, whether it's reality or the gods, they need to reconsider. Qin Fei waited for a while, but did not see any movement from the Knights Templar or Xivinus. Shangguan Yao had been playing with the snowy griffin for a long time, and finally remembered, "Brother, it seems that the box hasn't been opened yet." Elder brother. Lin Shiqi showed an incredible look for the first time. She remembers it very clearly. Qin Fei doesn't have a sister. But just this change in expression was caught by Dongfang Baili. "Shiqi, do you know Fatian Emperor?" "No. No." Lin Shiqi suddenly became excited and stammered. When Qin Fei saw this, he shook his head in his heart. Team leader Lin's acting skills are too bad, right? Is that so? A hint of slyness flashed in Dongfang Baili's beautiful eyes. "But, I think you seem to be very familiar with each other." While talking, he did not forget to pull Lin Shiqi aside and deliberately avoid Qin Fei's sight. "Mr. Li, you really misunderstood. Today is my first time meeting Fatian Emperor." Lin Shiqi calmed down and her acting skills have obviously improved. "Is Fatian Emperor handsome?" Dongfang Baili said bluntly. Puff. Lin Shiqi didn't hold back at all and burst out on the spot. "No, he's not handsome, he's not handsome at all." "But why? I think Fatian Emperor is very handsome." Dongfang Baili smiled secretly in her heart. "A little girl is a little girl, just use the word." "Ah, really?" Lin Shiqi looked surprised. "Ahem." Dongfang Baili cleared her throat and lowered her voice. "Shiqi, you know you are now number 1 in the rankings of the gods, right?" HMM. Lin Shiqi nodded repeatedly. "You were recommended by others, and you also know the importance of the gods, so you should understand the importance of ranking first among the gods." "Yes, I know, I will be careful." "It's no use being careful." Dongfang Baili hummed and sighed. The crown of the world's number 1 weighs so much. In the past 2 days alone, there have been at least hundreds of spies trying to assassinate Fatian Emperor. He is invincible in the game, but what about reality? Can it also be invincible? Ding. Lin Shiqi's little heart immediately started beating wildly with dissatisfaction. You know the feedback reality. The Fatian Emperor may have fed back some attributes, but it's still not invincible, right? Dongfang Baili looked at her with caring eyes and pulled Lin Shiqi into his arms. Even Fatian Emperor is not invincible and is in danger, let alone you. Is your identity hidden? Do you have enough power around you to resist assassinations from multiple countries? 3 sentences. Lin Shiqi was completely panicked. "Mr. Li, I have told many people about my identity, and I also." "Don't be afraid," Dongfang Baili soothed softly. "You know that my identity is somewhat special, so in reality, I have always been secretly protected by 3 reinforced companies." Yeah, Lin Shiqi knew this. "But, that's yours, Mr. Li. It's okay if we don't know each other. Since we know each other, don't waste the country's resources." Dongfang Baili said bluntly. "I live with you, so I can naturally protect you." Yeah, this is best." Lin Shichi immediately felt relieved. Thank you, Mr. Li, for taking care of me. I really don't know what to say. It doesn't matter. Once you join the company, we are all sisters. My sister will definitely protect you. Dongfang Bailey felt proud. She won it. Then you go offline and get ready. I'll be there in a minute. Arriving soon. Lin Shichi suddenly felt that something was wrong, but she couldn't put it in words. Dragon Kingdom Base. Warmaster, emergency meeting. Snort. Dongfang Zan knew what was happening when he was picking his toes. Those fools can't sit still, can they? 2. Within 3 days of opening the server, he can kill the demon hero. If he is given a little more time, he may really be able to kill the god against the will of heaven. While talking, video conferencing starts in the office. In the screen, beautiful country, Britain, neon country, Gaul country, maple leaf country, cold country, all the G20 countries are here. Snapped. General Holder directly slapped the agreement of the gods on the table. Dragon Kingdom, how dare you openly violate the agreement? Boom. Dongfang Zan immediately jumped up and said angrily, who are you? What qualifications do you have to hold a piece of waste paper and yell at me? Waste paper. Holder was about to explode with anger on the spot. You dare to say that the agreement of the gods is waste paper? The agreement takes effect and intelligence takes over completely. No matter what the outcome is after the opening, no country can raise any objections. Dongfang Zan didn't panic at all and said in an orderly manner. This thing doesn't have any binding force after you sign it. If I use it to go to the toilet, I think it's a shit. You are so rude. Holder knew it was waste paper, but he had nothing but waste paper. Neon Defense Minister Nagai Sidier saw this and advised, the agreement is an agreement after all. It is clearly stated in it that this is for the development and peace of the entire human race. But what Long Guo is doing now has obviously undermined the original intention of the agreement. On behalf of Neon, I express strong protest and indignation against Long Guo's actions. If you continue to act your own way, we will take all measures to protest until the original intention of the agreement is implemented. Snort. Dongfang Zan's face darkened and he shouted coldly, you want to start a war? Okay, come on. How about fighting now? Believe it or not, I'll give you seconds if I show my head. You don't think that I, Neon, will be afraid of you, Dragon Kingdom. Nagai Shiji's face instantly distorted, and as he spoke, his little eyes kept peeking at Holder. Long Guo, are you planning to start a war now? Holder said harshly. Okay, then you should be ready to go to war with all G20 members. Ha ha ha. While Dongfang Zan was laughing, he glanced coldly. You think that if we go together, I will be afraid? Come and give it a try if you have the ability. Hiss. The representatives of the G20 member states were immediately shocked by this sentence. But India's Minister of Defense became excited. Good. Indy, am willing to take the lead in participating in the war. Seeing that the situation was not right, the director of Britain's MI6 immediately advised, well, everyone, please calm down first. In fact, it was just a small misunderstanding caused by a player of the gods. I think there is no need to turn it into a world war. Yes, please calm down. Maple Leaf Defense Minister echoed from behind. Snapped. Holder was the first to hum. Unless the Dragon Kingdom shares the profits from the Aztec battlefield with the G20 members, there will be no choice but to start a war. Did you really come here because of the money? Thousands of Legion suits. Are you jealous? No. That's all you can do. Actually, for a moment, Dongfang Zan thought they had reformed. It's been 100 years, and you're still sharing the benefits with me. Okay, if you want to share the benefits, you should first open the country and let me trade freely. Dragon Kingdom Base. End of the meeting. Warmaster, can they really agree to open the country to free trade? No big industrial country can refuse the temptation of free trade, and the people around it are already harder to suppress than AK. Bullshit. It's not that simple when you think about it. Dongfang Zan himself did not expect that those old pirates would agree so simply. Is the value of the equipment too high? Or is the protection of free trade not as high as before? Uncertain. But this matter is really not something he can decide. As long as there is free trade, Not to mention 1,000 pieces of equipment of the gods, even 10,000 pieces, the Dragon Kingdom would trade them out without hesitation. But the decision-making power of these equipment does not lie with him, nor does it lie with Longguo. Aztec line of defense. On the city wall, Qin Fei watched the military team cleaning the battlefield outside. The more people there are, the more powerful we are. It looks like it won't take more than an hour to finish. Fitian Emperor, congratulations on becoming a hero of the Empire. Zivinas came over to congratulate him, as if the previous battle did not exist at all. Qin Fei rolled his eyes and said coldly, "Is it because of the heroes of the Empire that you didn't take action?" The Fitian Emperor is really good at joking. Zivinas said calmly. Putting aside the status of the Holy See, as a player, any competition is just for profit. Since we can't negotiate the business of the boundary-breaking stone, I think you will definitely be interested in the equipment deal. Qin Fei didn't even bother to think for a second. Get out. You. The negotiation was over before Zivinas could even start the words he had been preparing for a long time. You will regret it, for sure. Qin Fei looked away coldly. Now you have no level, no equipment, and there is no value in killing you. Otherwise, do you think you can stand and talk to me? If you say any more nonsense, the Templars won't be able to protect you, that's what I said. You. Zivinas was so angry that his body was shaking. In this life, no one dared to talk to her like this. Impossible in reality. Among the gods, it is even more impossible to have the protection of the Holy See. Now, standing behind her is the Knights Templar, one of the strongest legions in the Empire. No matter who said this, she would make the other person's blood splatter on the spot. Fitian Emperor Ping is the exception. He is a madman. He can really do it. Zivinas has already died once and wasted too much time. At this critical moment, he must not die again. Fitian Emperor, I will remember this sentence. Zivinas bit the corners of his lips fiercely and turned around to leave. Qin Fei didn't care what she was going to do. What the Holy See wants to do is not what we need to consider now. The key is the mission. The existence of Anaya can at best prove that there is indeed a traitor in the Empire. Besides, her appearance has no more significance to the mission itself. Certainly, if I go to the wild forest in the demon territory, Anaya should be a good guide. In addition, the Empire's reputation has been restored a lot, and it can no longer be discarded casually, otherwise the price will be a bit heavy. Another point. This can be seen from the increasing number of manpower in the military. Player. A large number of people have left the novice villages and entered the cities. From this moment on, the competition among the gods all over the world and all mankind has actually just begun. The equipment I obtained in the Battle of Aztec is the first pot of gold and the cornerstone of the future. If you are really short of money, it's enough to sell some gold coins yourself. As for these equipment, there is no need to sell them at all, and they cannot be sold. Don't talk about foreign forces. Even the Dragon Kingdom military would not sell it themselves. This kind of decision, it doesn't require a high vision or any reasoning to judge. Just know a little bit. Gods. It can make all countries and all forces invest crazy and brainlessly. That's enough. The strength and territory obtained among the gods are far more important than increasing strength and territory in reality. Bai Li also said it. Nowadays, the value of silver and gold coins is actually much higher than the exchange price. It's just that ordinary people can't develop it, so they sell it in large quantities. Well, no matter what, let's find a way to establish a guild first. Qin Fei can't always let Bai Li's people and people from the military help him clean up the battlefield, right? Orana's mission must be completed. The same goes for Fall of Empires. Because this is a task that can reach the top of the empire. If done, the harvest is definitely enough to gain oneself a strength that cannot be shaken by any force among the gods. Brother, Yaoer is sleepy. Shangguan Yao rubbed his eyes beside him and said vaguely. There will be no restrictions after the battle. Hurry up and go offline to sleep. It will be dawn soon. Qin Fei just saw that Lin Shiqi and Bai Li had gone offline. They should have gone to deal with the company's affairs. No, the box hasn't been opened yet. Shangguan Yao suddenly became energetic again when she thought of this. Depend on. You may not be old, but your gambling addiction is quite big. Qin Fei didn't care about the little girl's coquettishness, he rubbed her head and pressed the button. Qin Fei himself is also preparing to log off. Although Anaya is a demon, she is now a follower and has a certificate, so she can move freely in the empire. Let her go and open a hotel to rest. Wait until you get there before contacting you. Next, the most important thing is the second job transfer. The problem of flying blade consumption must be solved. But the mission of the Shadow of Innocence can only be known by asking a Siat. It's a pity that the old man's life is counted in seconds. We can only wait until tomorrow and find him with the magic pattern of talent. If time is not enough, there is still a thief's ultimate intention to guarantee the bottom line. As for the second transfer route of the Berserker, it is a little clearer. Just take Anaya to find the fruit of life, and then go back and hand in the mission. One is going to the demon territory, the other is going to the death swamp. Qin Fei was not sure whether Olawana was alive, so he could only go to the death swamp first. Even if there was a second mission, it would have to be postponed. Tisk. There are a lot of things to do, and they are all a bit urgent. Offline. Qin Fei is not sleepy, he can take a shower and eat something to get online. Comfortable. Qin Fei finished taking a shower, wrapped himself in a bath towel and came out, preparing to go downstairs. Lin Shichi's voice came from downstairs. Mr. Li, sit down for a while and I'll prepare some food for you. You're welcome. This is my home after all, and I'm quite familiar with it. Dongfang Baili opened the door without any politeness and walked into Qin Fei's bedroom generously. Quote? Qin Fei was stunned, wearing a thin black windbreaker. A pair of amazingly slender legs. The semi-transparent black silk reflects oily light under the lamp. Coupled with the absolute realm formed by the one-line strapless skirt and black stockings, it is enough to make any male college student bleed. Qin Fei secretly said. Thanks to his current physical fitness, which is far beyond that of humans, he can barely control it. This is my bedroom. You know, this is my home, right? As she spoke, Dongfang Baili's beautiful eyes couldn't help but look at her. Ahem. Do all college students nowadays have 8-pack abs? Qin Fei had a dark look on his face. I've already paid for the house to rent. You didn't break the contract on the spot that day, so why are you coming here now? Da. Dongfang Baili's red-soled high heels stepped on the floor step by step until she walked straight to the bathroom door. Your little girlfriend is now ranked number 1 among the gods. As a boss, I definitely need to protect the safety of my employees. Tisk. Qin Fei just watched the two of them whispering in the game, but he never expected that it would be squad leader Lin who betrayed him in the end. What did she tell you? Dongfang Baili clasped his hands behind his back, held his head high and took a step forward, smiling. Don't make random guesses, Shichi didn't say anything. I just like her and don't want to see her assassinated by other countries, so I came here to protect her. As for the house, I can just rent one. Don't worry, I will pay for it. Hiss. It wasn't that Qin Fei's eyes had to look downward, but that the snow-capped mountains were right in front of him, occupying almost his entire field of vision. Qin Fei frowned, took 2 steps back, and returned to the bathroom. Am I short of money? Hearing this, a hint of cunning flashed across Dongfang Baili's beautiful eyes. She took 2 quick steps to catch up and came up to him and said, that's just right. The company's finances have been very tight recently. I really don't have the money to pay the rent. Mr. Landlord, look, can I pay the rent in other ways? Bang. Dongfang Baili turned back and closed the bathroom door. What? It's not that Qin Fei has never suffered a loss in his life, but he has never suffered such a loss. Dongfang Baili looked like this, and it was obvious that he knew his identity. Still pretending, can I still be threatened by you? The next second, Qin Fei stretched out his hand and pushed, grabbing the opponent's chin with a sharp look in his eyes. Don't wait for him to speak. Dongfang Baili raised her head and slightly opened her red lips. Humph, man, you are playing with fire. Qin Fei was momentarily speechless. What are you doing? Are you stealing my lines? Hey. When Dongfang Baili saw this, she couldn't help bursting into laughter, her eyes looking down. Shichi is downstairs, are you scared? What am I afraid of? Qin Fei was puzzled and muttered. I'm very angry now. Aha. Dongfang Bailey leaned behind the door, bent her knees and raised her legs, with undisguised provocation in her beautiful eyes, and said, I bet there are no bullets in your gun. Phew, laughing to death. Ha 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 ha. Qin Fei was too lazy to act now. He let go of the opponent's chin and whispered. You know who I am, right? Do you know what 1,000 points of physical fitness is? No bullets yet. Hey, do you know what CD less Gatling is? Phew, call. Dongfang Bailey exhaled softly. The water vapor in the room has not disappeared, and the temperature is already a bit high. If you breathe again, the temperature will be even higher. Sniff sniff. What does it smell like, so fragrant? It's not like shampoo. It seems that no man would use milk-flavored shower gel, right? Dongfang Bailey was a little confused. But the windbreaker behind him was a little unable to hang. Standing a little numb. Just as Dongfang Bailey was about to get up, she felt her knees soften and couldn't help but sit down on her knees. Asshole. Will I lose? Snort. Are you bullying me for being a little girl? I've never eaten pork, but it's not like I've never seen pigs running around. What CD less Gatling? I bet you don't dare to shoot today. Lin Shichi is downstairs. What is she afraid of? She has never lost in all her life. Well, exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark question mark question mark question mark. Dongfang Bailey's pupils dilated instantly. Half an hour later. Mr. Li, you can go downstairs to eat. Lin Shichi shouted. Phew, cough cough cough. Coming, coming. Dongfang Bailey glared at Qin Fei fiercely, picked up the towel on the wall, wiped the corners of his mouth carefully in front of the mirror, and then hurried downstairs. Depend on. That's my towel. Qin Fei cursed secretly and threw the towel he had kept with him for 3 years helplessly into the trash can. Change clothes and go downstairs. 2 bowls of noodles, fried eggs and bacon were already on the table. Why are you coming down too? Lin Shichi raised the corner of her mouth. Well, luckily I prepared more for one person, let's eat together. Dongfang Bailey was honest now, chewing bacon without saying a word. Qin Fei just went to work. How does it taste? Is it delicious? Lin Shichi asked. It's delicious, milky, Dongfang Bailey said casually. Milk flavor. Lin Shichi frowned and picked up a piece of bacon and put it in her mouth. No, I obviously put black pepper. Puff. Ahem. Dongfang Bailey quickly changed her words. No, I just had some snacks. Oh, Lin Shichi nodded. Dongfang Bailey's beautiful eyes cast a resentful glance at Qin Fei. Qin Fei had a dark look on his face. Good, good. Mr. Li, you have to play like this, right? If I can let you go next time, I will lose. Eat, I'll be online soon. After dinner. Lin Shichi had been busy for a day and was so sleepy that her eyelids were clenched. Mr. Li, if nothing happens, I'll go to bed first. Go. Dongfang Bailey took the initiative. This is really my home, there is no need to be polite to me. It seems to make sense. After Lin Shichi figured it out, she didn't hesitate, said hello to Qin Fei, and went directly upstairs to sleep. Dongfang Bailey watched her go upstairs and finally sighed. There is no problem with your identity for the time being, and I won't tell anyone. Qin Fei said directly. If you move out, I will feel relieved. Snort. Dongfang Bailey hummed softly, rolled her eyes and said, there's no need to worry so much, are you still worried that I'll eat you? What's the situation? Qin Fei's eyebrows raised. If you are not full, just say so. Snapped. Dongfang Bailey slapped her backhand, stood up, and said confidently. I won't lose. One more round. Good. Absolutely amazing. With your kind of gambling, it would be a miracle if you don't lose and go bankrupt. Yaoer is a gambler who can't help but die. And you like this. It's simply a gambling monster. 2 kings and 4 second-hand players can find the only way to lose. Qin Fei waved his hand and said, goodbye, I'm very busy today and don't have time to mess around with you. Dongfang Bailey stood up after hearing this and said, no trouble, let's talk about business. Your main business is to refill the cup? Qin Fei asked. Right. Dongfang Bailey shook his head quickly as soon as he nodded. No, it's something in the game. Longguo hopes to purchase all the Legion equipment you harvested this time. Money is not an issue. Just use it. I'm just a messenger, you decide the details yourself. Qin Fei knew what she said, but Isn't the equipment purchased by the military? Dongfang Bailey explained. The equipment is what Longguo wants. Even the military can't decide how to deal with it after the acquisition. Well, you probably don't know the seriousness of the matter. Thousands of Legion uniforms are basically nuclear weapons in the early stages of the game. All the countries in the G20, that's all, have united and asked us to share the equipment equally. Ha! Qin Fei smiled and said. They are immersed in the dream of the great powers 100 years ago, haven't they woken up yet? It's impossible for them to agree to this kind of thing no matter what the conditions. Dongfang Bailey's eyes lit up. I really have the conditions to agree. Free trade, Qin Fei blurted out. Can they sell chips or photolithography machines, plus lower tariffs on our industrial products and then lower tariffs on automobiles? You can guess this. Dongfang Bailey was surprised. I am a college student after all, right? Qin Fei shook his head directly and said, don't think about it, the equipment is not for sale. Why? Dongfang Bailey said puzzledly. This is a favorable condition that has never been seen in 100 years. Once they open their country to free trade, we can blow up their entire industrial system. You don't know, the tariff on Longguo's electric vehicles exceeds 30% outside. Even if the tax rate is raised to 100%, they will not be relieved and will still consider a complete ban on the sale of Longguo electric vehicles. Qin Fei smiled. I'm not saying that Dragon Kingdom can't be defeated. It's this outrageous condition that even dogs know is fake. Don't talk about signing the agreement. As long as the equipment transaction is one time, what are you going to do to ensure that they don't tear up the agreement? Is there going to be a war? Dongfang Bailey gritted his teeth and said, definitely. It's better to fight directly. Qin Fei didn't think about it anyway. If you ask a college student, he will definitely tell that the door of the country is always opened with the fist. Protocol. If you can open the door to other countries by relying on agreements, then why do you need fists? Hiss. Dongfang Bailey couldn't help but take a breath of cold air. The truth is correct. The military and the Dragon Kingdom didn't believe it at first, but who told them to swear so confidently? All I can say is that the conditions are too tempting. Now calm down and think about it. As long as the beautiful country and the others get the equipment, they will greatly strengthen their early offensive strength, and the global competition in the future will basically be concentrated in the game. So, this transaction will directly eliminate Dragon Kingdom's strong advantage in the game. And he will also cultivate more than a dozen strong competitors for himself in the game. But, Dongfang Bailey thought deeply, thousands of pieces of equipment will always be sold if you can't use them all. Selling it outside is almost equivalent to selling it to a beautiful country. In the initial agreement between the gods, the beautiful country got a huge exchange rate advantage. With their capital, they were completely enough to purchase all the best equipment from the gods in the early stage. Qin Fei originally wanted to say that even if it was thrown into a warehouse and gathered dust, it would still be better than what was sold. After all, I am now very busy. Even if you want to establish a guild, you don't have time to manage it, not to mention the lack of experience and talent. Even the early development will encounter countless problems. But after seeing Dongfang Bailey, he seemed to have a choice. What do you want to do? Dongfang Bailey felt a little uncomfortable being stared at, and her cheeks suddenly turned red. I'm thinking. Dongfang Bailey's delicate body trembled, and she suddenly said nervously, goodbye, Shichi is not asleep yet. ? Qin Fei was speechless. I was wondering, what is your relationship with the military? Does your company belong to the military, or to you? Phew. Dongfang Bailey finally breathed a sigh of relief. Male college students are not scary. But a male college student with a 1,000-point physique is really terrible. To be honest, her mouth is still numb to this day. My father works in the military and happens to be in charge of the Gods Project. As for me, I have been retired for 2 years, and the company belongs entirely to me. All investments come from my mother's inheritance. It has nothing to do with the military or any cooperation of any nature. It was enough for Qin Fei to know this. What is the company's valuation? Dongfang Bailey rolled her beautiful eyes and said, the valuations are all fake. The accounting firm estimated that there are 2 billion, but the actual assets are only 200 million, of which more than 100 million are in cash and more than 20 million in unpaid accounts. Quote, sell, Qin Fei said bluntly, according to the valuation. Quote, question mark, question mark, question mark, quote. Dongfang Bailey froze on the spot for a moment. You aren't serious, are you? Qin Fei briefly explained the situation. Dongfang Bailey understood immediately, and her beautiful eyes glared at him even more resentfully. If you want to buy my company, you also want to buy my people. We definitely need people. Qin Fei spread his hands and said. You can't expect college students to start their own businesses, right? Isn't that just waiting to lose your pants? Moreover, I don't have the time or energy either. Snort. Dongfang Bailey looked unbelieving. I see that you have a lot of energy, and there is no delay at all. Depend on. Qin Fei leaned over and pulled Dongfang Bailey into his arms. Quote, question mark, question mark, question mark, quote. Dongfang Bailey's pupils trembled sharply again, and her body was so limp that she couldn't move a finger. Are you crazy? Ha ha. Qin Fei almost laughed and said, isn't that what you just said? Dongfang Bailey really didn't know where she got the courage just now. But at the very least, just now she had Lin Shiqi's backing. But now, all cards are out. There is nothing to be afraid of. Qin Fei said directly. As the saying goes, the king of hell has no shortage of hungry ghosts. He must feed people before they can work. I'm full, really, Dongfang Bailey said extremely sincerely. You think it's useless, I want me to think so. First floor guest room. Qin Fei came out of the shower feeling refreshed. It's bright outside. Once the most troublesome thing in the game is done, it won't be today to catch up on the rest. Simply go buy a car first and wait for the game warehouse and the CD that the thief wants. Mr. Li, do you have a day off today? Dongfang Bailey frowned, carefully applied lipstick in the mirror, and complained. Little fool, 2 hours. For 2 whole hours, can't you change? Qin Fei really didn't know what went wrong. It seems like you insisted on betting yourself, right? Moreover, you're the one who's worried about getting hurt, which will affect your work, right? Dongfang Bailey was speechless for a moment, her beautiful eyes almost watering her eyes. Horrible. Is this the value of a 1,000-point physique? Simply the god of war. In fact, no matter where she changed just now, she couldn't move a finger. Now, apart from the fact that even applying lipstick hurts, it's also because I'm so full that I really don't want to move. Yes, people already know they are wrong. Dongfang Bailey bit her red lips and surrendered. Next time, please ask the landlord to find someone else to rent to, please. Shiqi is upstairs. She no longer intends to be strong. Little Shiqi looks weak. I really don't know how she survived. Is there any talent that can be said about this kind of thing? It's okay, you have to be confident, you are the best. Qin Fei encouraged. Wait a few days to raise the level, and I will get some physical equipment so that you can use the boundary-breaking stone. Dongfang Bailey's delicate body trembled, and she felt like her soul was about to leave her body. No, isn't it good? The boundary-breaking stone is so precious, it's better to leave it to those in need. Qin Fei, I think you need it very much. Dongfang Bailey couldn't help but rolled her eyes at him and thought to herself. Snort, it's obviously what you need, right? If there is no need to break the boundary stone. Even if Shiqi is added, the 2 of them together may not be enough for you. Well, Dongfang Bailey blushed for no reason, and quickly pushed Qin Fei out. Then you have to work harder. I am in poor health, so I need at least 10 boundary-breaking stones. Equipment with 1,000 points of physical strength is really needed. Bailey and Shiqi both have no physical attributes. To reach 1,000 points. Among them, the level can be rounded up to dozens of points at most, and the skills may be rounded up to dozens of points, but it is difficult. So, their physical attributes can be found from equipment and gems. Calculate it this way. A full set of rare physical equipment is not enough, at least a few epic pieces are needed. And the level requirements for epics are too high. Tisk, I don't know if there is any other way. Very urgent. Qin Fei secretly made a note and looked for an opportunity to ask Asiat later. After a while, Qin Fei took Dongfang Bailey out. The acquisition has just been negotiated. Now it's time to go through the equity transfer procedures. Qin Fei didn't pay a penny. Complete acquisition of Oriental Zonggang. Dongfang Bailey continues to serve as president. Annual salary. Just take care of yourself. She is responsible for recruiting people in real life and establishing guilds in the game. Qin Fei is responsible for being the hands-off shopkeeper. Money should be provided, and people should be provided. First step. First make use of the equipment on hand. A team of several hundred people is enough. These. Qin Fei doesn't need to take care of it at all, let Bai Li take care of it anyway. She is from the army, and her father has a strong foundation. He can investigate everything clearly and will not let any evil spirits sneak in. If Qin Fei sets up his own guild, a background check alone will make him scratch his head. After an hour, Dongfang Bailey looked at the company that was no longer named after her, and couldn't help but sigh in her heart. What enemies! In just one night, I sold myself. The key is, it seems like the money hasn't been collected yet. Never mind, the most important thing in life is to eat enough. Dongfang Bailey remembered and said, the equipment in the game has been sorted out. Shall we go back now? No hurry, let me change your car first. Qin Fei has a driver's license, but Bai Li is not in good health, so naturally he won't get out of the way. Now he directly navigates to the Porsche 4S store. The license plate on your car is a bit eye-catching, so don't use it for now. Dongfang Bailey explained. My car is being repaired. It just so happens that my father is at the base recently and he doesn't need it, so I will take it and drive it for a few days. Speaking of which, Dongfang Bailey suddenly paused and exclaimed, you couldn't have known that it was me the day we met, right? Just tell me whether you checked it. Qin Fei was really convinced. I told squad leader Lin to stop talking nonsense, but you still know the result, don't you? Dongfang Bailey couldn't help but said proudly, she's still young, obviously she can't hide things. Porsche 4S store. Beauty, this is a new generation of Padme. There is currently one ready-made car in the store, but the options are a bit high. The total selection is about 480,000 yuan, and there are about 170 naked cars. The beautiful woman in front of the salesperson wore sunglasses and said boldly, that's it, just swipe your card. It's easier for people nowadays to buy a car than to buy groceries. Qin Fei just arrived at the store and saw this scene. Dongfang Bailey smiled when he heard this and said, is there a possibility that you can make money faster than it is easier to collect vegetables? Have it. The current market price of an ordinary Legion outfit is more than 500,000 yuan. Dongfang Bailey affirmed. The Demon Legion outfit costs at least 1 million, not counting more expensive jewelry, skills, rare and epic equipment. Well. You swiped more than 8 billion in one night. Puff. Qin Fei himself didn't know how much he had swiped, but when he heard it now, he almost spat it out. Dongfang Bailey finished the calculation and added. Feel sorry. This is the price of a single piece after the market has suppressed it, and the value of the whole set has doubled. If there is another large volume transaction, the value will have to double again. If you consider the strategic value, it is simply impossible to calculate. Ahem, Dongfang Bailey said seriously. Correction, the money printing machine is not as exaggerated as you. Tens of billions in cash. Not to mention the beautiful country, even some domestic forces can smash it. But the problem is that Legion uniforms are currently priced but not available in the market. A single piece is okay, but hundreds or even thousands of transactions are impossible to buy. Qin Fei nodded secretly. It is estimated that it is all-time value. In a few days, players will be completing Legion missions in large numbers, and it will be difficult to sell equipment for thousands of dollars. Time. Priceless. Even selling equipment will only allow other forces to develop faster. Qin Fei would not choose to sell either. Because time is on your side. As long as others cannot develop, you can develop as you like. By the time, no matter how much rubbish you get, you can sell them for sky-high prices. What about sales? Qin Fei asked directly. Hello sir, how can I help you? Qin Fei pointed at the Pammy that he had not ordered just now. Except for that one, pack all the existing cars worth more than 1 million for me. Puff. As a Porsche salesperson, she has never seen rich people buying cars, but she has never seen them buy cars this way. A wet market. Pack. Sir, what did you just say? Dongfang Bailey sighed. what about keeping a low profile? Sorry, you may have heard wrong. He doesn't need that many cars. Huh, the salesperson took a long breath, patted his chest and said, okay, which one do you need specifically? Dongfang Bailey thought about it and said, give us a Cayenne and a Panamera, and just add a 992 GT. Puff, sales were once again unstoppable. Co-authored. Are you going to finish the calculation or come to pack it? The other side, the beautiful woman who just bought a car also noticed what was going on here. She immediately took off her sunglasses and exclaimed, Fatian Emperor. Qin Fei thought to himself, did he encounter a ghost today? How come everyone knows me? Turn around and look over. Elegant dress, exquisite facial features, especially a pair of bright eyes, as if they can speak. Look familiar, looks so familiar. Before Qin Fei could recognize it, Dongfang Bailey said at first, Nan Binger. Nan Binger, the most popular anchor among the gods. Her appearance did not cause any disturbance in the store. Because all the saleswomen are looking at Qin Fei. Really the Fatian Emperor? Yeah, look at the video, it looks a bit like it. It really does look a bit like. Soon, the female salesperson in the store rushed over like crazy. Woo, I finally saw the Fatian Emperor himself, I was so moved. Fatian Emperor, can you sign your name for me? I like you so much. Nan Binger finally realized that she seemed to have said the wrong thing. Sorry, I got the wrong person. Qin Fei really wanted to say. Are you saying now that admitting the wrong person is useful? But there was nothing he could do. I could only say to a group of almost crazy saleswomen, I'm here to buy a car. You really got the wrong person. How come? The anchor just said it was you, how could you admit your mistake? The saleswomen obviously didn't want to miss this opportunity. No matter how Nan Binger explained, they didn't believe it. Finally, it was the store manager who came forward to calm the storm. Sir, I'm really sorry for causing you any trouble. Please rest assured that customer information in our store is strictly confidential. Have to. The more you draw, the darker it gets. Fortunately, Qin Fei will not reveal the information. The car payment must be paid by Bai Li, and the cars are all in her name. Even the company name is not listed, so as to avoid trouble and save the tax. The procedure was completed quickly. Nan Binger finally found the opportunity to apologize. I'm sorry, I really admitted the wrong person just now. Can I treat you to a meal to make amends? Dongfang Bailey thought, am I a transparent person? But then I thought about it. Dongfang Bailey responded for Qin Fei, okay. Question mark. One sentence. Qin Fei and Nan Binger were stunned at the same time. Qin Fei had no idea what she was playing. Dongfang Bailey leaned close to her ear and hummed. My landlord, can't you see, that female anchor has all her eyes on you? There's something to say. If you meet a girl whose eyes are all yours, stop holding it. Qin Fei said speechlessly, is this what I'm worried about? Dongfang Bailey secretly complained. If I wasn't worried about your identity being exposed, how could I be so generous? HMPH. For her, a confidentiality agreement is far less useful than a word from you, right? Ah, is this to betray the appearance? I, be a 7-foot man. Need to rely on your face to make a living. However, for confidentiality reasons. What Bai Li said was very reasonable and difficult to refute. Qin Fei directly sent a message to Nan Binger's gaming friend on his wristband. Don't tell anyone about today's events, just know it yourself. Nan Binger's hands were shaking with excitement. So, do you have time tonight? I think it would be better to apologize more formally. Qin Fei, there are too many things to do today, let's talk about it another day. Okay. Nan Binger left the 4S store in a daze. The whole person is floating. On the first day I met Fatian Emperor, the live broadcast room made more than 3 million yuan. Come and buy a car the next day. As a result, he actually saw Fatian Emperor himself in reality. He is still so handsome. Beauty, aren't you going to drive away with your car today? The salesperson chased her for a long time before calling her out. What car are you talking about? The salesman was speechless. Is this the ultimate love brain rumored on the internet, the social dead female internet celebrity, the golden dog licker, Nan Binger? She met Fatian Emperor himself today. It's somewhat of a miracle that I can still remember my own name. The other side, Chin Fei and Bai Li drove the Pami and left, while the other cars were left at the 4S shop and asked company employees to come and drive away later. On the road, the two found a restaurant to eat. I packed a few copies and took them home. Lin Shichi slept until the afternoon, just in time to catch up with the hot meals they brought back. But just got up. She couldn't eat much either. Mr. Li, are you still at work today? Dongfang Baili glanced at Chin Fei. I'm afraid I'll have to work overtime from tonight on. The company changed hands. She couldn't tell anyone else, otherwise someone would find out if they checked. But we can just work in the villa. Hurry up, the work is very heavy today. Halfway, Lin Shichi also went to find Chin Fei alone. You idiot, please pay attention. Mr. Li seems to be more suspicious of you now, After Chin Fei paid the interest, he said, just be careful, I can take care of everything. To be honest, what happened to Nan Binger today reminded me. I entered the game and modified a little bit of my appearance, but not too much. Men need logic to make judgments. Women make judgments without logic. Hateful, they all rely on their feelings and won't laugh with you at all. If you get it right, it will basically be impossible to reverse it later. So, Chin Fei thinks it's better to go out less often, or to cover up a bit when going out. You can't recognize just anyone. That's too outrageous, right? Phew. Lin Shichi gasped for air and said with a blushing face, you are going too far. Mr. Li is still here. If she sees it, wouldn't it mean that everyone is in trouble? It's good that she can take care of herself, but she still dares to show her teeth. Chin Fei said casually, let's go online. Azte line of defense. Dongfang Baili went to check the equipment with Gao Cheng. Chin Fei took out his diary in the hotel. 3 questions. Asiat didn't wait for Chin Fei to finish, and said directly, listen to me first, there is not enough time. Both soul magic stones and dark magic stones are extremely rare. It is estimated that it will be difficult for you to find them in a short period of time, and the Empire may not have that much time, so I thought of a temporary alternative last time. You only need to give me a level 30 summoner, and I will force him to change his job as a dark magician. When the time comes, I will appear as a summoner and I can survive indefinitely. It's hard for anyone to accept falling into darkness, so you should do it as soon as possible. Remember, if the level is less than 30, you need at least 300 points of wisdom. Snapped. After Asiat said that, he rushed into the diary. His time. There really weren't a few seconds left. But the corners of Chin Fei's mouth couldn't stop rising. Squad leader Lin, come here quickly. The panel wisdom is now 482 points, is that okay? Lin Shichi is a summoner with full wisdom points and almost no need for other attributes. But Chin Fei still equipped her with a set of equipment. Anyway, the Legion had a lot of equipment and couldn't use it all. We're here, let's start. Chin Fei took out his diary. Asiat nodded slightly and quickly inserted his left hand into his heart. Base. Bursts of hell flames rose out of thin air. Immediately, a dark magic book slowly emerged from the flames. The expression on Asiat's face was extremely painful. This book has been fused with his soul, and taking it out now is almost like tearing his soul apart. Only half of the black magic book was pulled out, and only half of it left his soul body, and he couldn't bear it anymore. Suddenly, Asiat's right hand pointed to the ground, and the hell flames burning around him fell on the ground and condensed into a 6-pointed star formation. The next second, Asiat looked at Lin Shichi and said attentively, remember me. Lin Shichi nodded nervously. The two spoke almost at the same time. O great eternal darkness, I am willing to use my spirit as a contract to destroy all light in the world. I wish that the souls of the dead would not rest in peace. I wish that destruction would return to the world. I wish that darkness would swallow everything. Submit. You will become a slave of darkness. You will become my sharp sword, and you will be trapped in the world forever, unable to escape. Boom. The hell flames surrounding the 6-pointed star disappeared into Lin Shichi's eyebrows in an instant. The next second, Lin Shichi's pupils flashed with a flash of dark hell flame. At the same time, the hell flames at Asiat's feet swallowed him back, completely submerging him in the flames. Even the former guardian of the empire and the sage, Asiat, could not hold back the flames that burned his soul and couldn't help but let out a scream. It won't fail, right? Qin Fei thought. My job transfer question has not been answered yet. But his screams seemed quite powerful. Imperial sage, you can't play yourself to death, right? Soon, Asiat's appearance changed drastically while being burned in the flames of hell. The human appearance of the past is no longer visible, and the translucent ghost body has completely disappeared. Instead, there is a dark soul body that is completely integrated with the flames of hell. Somewhere, a dark chain was looming in his heart. The other end of the chain was connected to Lin Shiqi's feet. Success. Qin Fei clicked on the ranking list and found that Lin Shiqi's profession had become dark summoning. Well, it should be. Lin Shiqi replied softly. The job transfer was successful, and the guardian of the empire was conquered. Sage Asiat became a dark spirit. So that's it. No wonder it requires a summoner. Qin Fei said suddenly. First let you become the summon of darkness, and then you will completely imprison his soul and leave it in the world. Phew. Asiat let out a long breath, but there was no joy of being reborn on his face. Eternal imprisonment in darkness, complete enslavement by darkness. No soul would want to endure such near-eternal torture. So little girl, it is best not to use this dark summoning technique without my consent in the future. The success rate is very low. Especially those who were more powerful during their lifetime. Not only do you have no chance of success, you may also suffer backlash and have your soul swallowed by darkness. This summons was almost initiated by Asiat. So there was no resistance and no surprises. But if the opponent's spirit body is powerful, it must be completely suppressed in order to succeed. Tisk, let's put it this way, the dark summoning isn't that strong either. Qin Fei touched his chin and exclaimed. I still have the ability to protect the summoner. Dark spirits are not ordinary summons. Spirits imprisoned by darkness can continue to exist and have many possibilities for strengthening. Asiat spoke slowly, his voice hoarse and cold. In this case, if we try to imprison ordinary spirits, it will just be pure killing and destruction. What's the point? Depend on. Are you still pretending? But this time it makes sense. As a summoner, he imprisoned the former sage of the empire at the beginning. Master all the mysterious methods of the stars, master a large number of spell skills, master the dark magic book, and be able to use a large number of dark magic. Just this kind of summoned beast. It's still barely adequate, right? Qin Fei suppressed the smile on his lips and said directly. We have a lot of time now, sit down and chat slowly. Follow. Qin Fei gave Asiat a brief summary of his mission during this period. You said. You defeated 4 demon legions by yourself. Asiat's expression clearly showed disbelief. That's not what a braggart does, right? Qin Fei didn't bother to explain. That's not the point. The key is who wants the empire to perish, what does the Holy See want, and what else they can probably do after this failure. The establishment of the Dongfang Zonggang Guild is already in the preparation stage. Once started, Qin Fei is destined to stay in the empire, so he must understand the situation in the empire and take this opportunity to gain corresponding strength in the empire. Fall of the Empire mission. It's the best opportunity. 1,000 years. Asiat was silent for a long time and sighed. The relationship between the Empire and the Holy See is complicated. I don't know more about the situation than you do now, so how can I explain it clearly? But one thing is certain. If the Holy See really has an idea, and the Empire is in a weak position, then its demise may only be a matter of time. This process will be very fast, very fast. He had probably listened to some of it in St. Carl's before and felt something was wrong. Something happened to the Legion. Something happened to the Phoenix family. And the Holy See can be seen behind him. The whole thing, whether it was led by the Holy See or not, had already threatened the survival of the Empire. The downfall of a great empire. It often starts from within. If at this time, we encounter wars between other countries or races, the Empire's destruction could only happen in a matter of seconds. And almost impossible to reverse. Qin Fei had no evidence of guilt from the Holy See, but when talking to Asiat, he deliberately led trouble to the Holy See, but Asiat gave an almost straightforward answer. Can the Holy See be so powerful that it can destroy the Empire with one hand? Asiat did not answer directly. Instead, After being silent for a while, he asked, "You don't know the real history of the empire, right?" Hey, Chin Fei smiled. "Congratulations on your guess. Don't talk about the real history of the empire. I haven't read the fake ones either." Asiat was not surprised and continued hoarsely. "What is described in the history of the empire is that the founding emperor led his people in the cruel continent of Epicia, overcoming obstacles and creating a prosperous, and peaceful holy light empire. And actually, in ancient times, gods walked the earth. The so-called war is just a game between gods. Not just humans. Almost all races on the continent of Apahia are slaves and pawns of the gods. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more."